There are bad things out there in the universe. There are terrible things out there. We don't know all about them, but they're hidden in little places, little corners. And tonight, my friends, my players are going to go and find out some of them and probably regret some of their choices. But you know, what's life if you don't regret some of your choices along the way? Hello, I'm Bleakseason. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight on our special, very special, you'll find out why soon enough, Blade Runner game, where we are raising funds for the No Kid Hungry charity. Providing food for children. I mean, providing food in general is a pretty good thing, but for children, it's pretty freaking awesome. We've been doing pretty solid, pretty amazing. We are inching in on our goal of $3,500. Everyone has been so generous. Community is excellent. We appreciate each and every one of you and every one of your donations tonight, and we'll talk a little bit more about it later. We have, thanks to our sponsors, Free League Publishing, we have some beautiful giveaways to give out. Every $5 you give in donation gives you a ticket for these giveaways. We'll do one at the break and one later, but more on that later. First of all, you know, this whole gaming thing, can't do it alone. You need a set of people that are not only smarter, but also way better looking than you are. And so tonight, I have gathered these fine specimens to help me tell this story. Hello, people.
Hey, Blake.
Oh,
Hello.
so glad to have you here with me. The cult crew had a great time with that, and we're going to have another great time tonight with Blade Runner. I don't know if it's going to be as dark as the cult, but, you know, we'll do our best. We'll do what we can, because that's how we roll. Thanks so much for joining me. Thanks so much for giving your time to this to help raise some funds for this wonderful charity. We won't dilly-dally too much. We'll jump right into it. I would like you to tell our people watching right now who you are, what you do, what you want to know about them, your address, credit card number, social number, whether you're susceptible to any diseases. And we shall begin with the inimitable, the one and only, #1 creepster on the internet.
Oh no, that's me.
I have named Darling Creepshow.
I'm just your #1 creep on Twitch. I play TTRPGs like Blade Runner, and I primarily paint miniatures on the web. You can find me all across the web as Darling Creepshow everywhere. And tonight I will be playing Eleanor Vickers, just your average, cold, calculated bitch of a corporate woman. I can't wait. Thanks, Blake, for having me back.
No problem. Thank you for coming back. It's always great when people go, yeah, I'll come back to your thing. You know, I do what I can to drive people away. I like to play hard to want, not hard to get. Speaking of hard to get, the man, the myth, the legend who gave the whole field of art appraisal a brand new sheen in the cult game, Mr. Eric Mona.
Oh, hi, that's me.
Yeah, that's you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Eric Mona. I am by day the publisher over at Paizo. We make Pathfinder and Starfinder. By night, just like everybody else, I'm a gamer and a nerd and a reader and a movie watcher and a fun guy. Anyway, happy to be back. I am playing David Palmer, the somewhat ill-fated head of security here in tonight's endeavor. And it's my job to keep things secure. So that's what I bring to the table, is stability, security.
They don't call it Mr. Batten Down the Hatches for nothing.
Well, I guess not. Let me write that down. Mr. Batten Down the Hatches. All right.
So glad to have you back, Eric. It was an absolute blast playing with you in Cult, and I'm super happy you could find some time to come and play with us again.
Thrilled to be here.
Next, the one name man, mystery machine, man of international intrigue, yet quiet, reserved, hidden away in his little corner, Mr. Crombie.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there.
Hey.
Hi, it's Crombie. I'm so excited to be back playing with all of y'all tonight. I will be playing Tate Oberson, Blade Runner, a grimy man a grimy man that you'll get to learn a little bit more about here. So excited to be here. So excited to be playing and to help support such a great cause. Thank you.
Gil, thank you so much for being back. A bit different than your last character, so it's always good to stretch that. I don't think this guy gets manicures.
I'd say so. Yeah, I'd agree with that sentiment.
That's why they call him Mr. I don't get manicures. Want to write that one down?
I'm going to take that note. Hold on one moment.
And finally, the man who is not only playing in this game, but also producing it, our man in Amsterdam, or was it Iceland? Our man in Iceland. Damnable Dave.
Hi.
Would you, Dave, not only introduce yourself, but also tell our friends here exactly why we are doing this little fundraiser over here?
I would love to do that. Thank you. Yes, I am Dave. I play games, produce games, run games here on Guild Superior. Super excited to be back doing this fundraiser with some great people that I've played with before, and we've had a lot of fun together. So thanks to everybody for joining us tonight, players and folks in the chat getting goofy already. Thanks to Hannah for crushing it with some early advantages to Creep. I have a feeling Creep's going to need them, so thank you for that. Yes, so as most of you probably know, we're not just here to play games today. We are here to raise money for No Kid Hungry. This is a fantastic organization whose primary goal is to end childhood hunger and ensure that all children have access to healthy, nutritious meals. They support existing programs with funding, resources, technical assistance, and have helped to expand summer meal programs where many children do not have access to school-based meals. We are excited to be back for a third year of fundraising for this organization. And with your support, we have surpassed our $2,500 goal already. And we are going to get to $3,500. If not, we're going to do it tonight. That's my prediction. We're at $2,890. I think we're going to do it. We've got our stream going on. Phoenixy Wacky is running a bunch of streams as a partner in this fundraiser. So thank you to everyone who's been part of this and who is going to be part of this before the night is out. Back to you, Bleak.
Thank you so much. I am the Bleakseason. You can find me at the Bleakseason on Twitter and everywhere else, hanging out here, playing some games. And tonight, running this little concoction of mine, this little Blade Runner concoction of mine. Creep, someone wants to know where the glasses are, and I think I want to know where the glasses are too. You promised us glasses.
Here they come.
Aha! There they are. Nice. Awesome.
Did you bring your library card? I'll be needing to check that.
Not my library card.
Oh God, they're so dirty.
Well, you know.
Oh, filthy. What do you
Dirty
want
is
from me?
dirty does.
This is nothing new.
You can see right now on our screen the list, the menu for the donations, what you get for donating. You can get involved in a game, get some stuff going for the players, get some stuff going against the players. You can help them, hinder them, all sorts of good stuff. On top of that, you can do something for yourself. For every $5 you donate, you will get yourself a ticket, and we will be drawing, thanks to Free League, our sponsors, two drawings, one at the break, one at the end, where we are going to give away a bundle of 2 PDFs from the games that we are running here today, the core rule books. Great little prize, stuff your shelf, you know, and help out a great cause at the same time. We do have a couple other shout outs. I will go through them quickly. You'll see their links and whatnot pop up in the chat as I go through them, but I want to get this on the go. So we do like tabletopaudio.com for our music. Visit their website, get access to tons and tons of excellent free music for all your streaming and gaming needs. You can throw a couple of bucks at their Patreon and get even more. We absolutely love tabletopaudio.com, using all the time. Also want to tank. We want to tank.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You. That's the French in me coming out. We also want to thank our sponsors, Free League Publishing, who make Blade Runner and who very graciously offered us some gifts to give to you guys in exchange for donations. We super appreciate Free League. We love their games and the fact that they're helping us out with this. Big shout out to Guild Superior, everyone in the guild, everyone playing our games, everyone hanging out, posting coffee memes in the morning on our chat. If you feel like joining us, all our stuff's in there. Come in, jump in, hit us up on the social networks, hit up our Discord. What else? I think it's about maps. I will be using maps from 2 incredible sources tonight. One, our good friend Solution, who does both fantasy maps and science fiction maps. Excellent bloke, amazing work. I'll also be using a few maps from Cyber Maps. The links to their Patreons will pop up. Give them a check if you need some excellent map work. Fully endorse them. Fully encourage you to give them a check. And I think that's about it. We will talk again about No Kid Hungry and our donations and all that throughout the game. But for now, I think we're about ready to set this on fire. Fire! Y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Ready.
Ready.
Let's do it. Do it. The Asteria research facility sits on a it's not a floating thing, it's kind of like almost kind of like an oil derrick in some ways, except it's much more squat. But it sits several miles off the shore of Los Angeles. Asteria is a BNR research company that focuses on biomechanical developments, things of that nature. The facility that the researcher is one of several that they have dotted out throughout the coastline. But today, there's something going on this facility. There's a lot of comings and goings. There are several shuttles that are firing up in the launch dock. People are in droves being driven into these shuttles to be taken away. And as we follow the line of where these people are coming from, exiting this facility, we find a very serious looking man walking with a purpose. And Eric, would you tell us a little bit about who we're seeing right now?
Yeah, you see a man. His name is David Palmer, and he is probably mid-30s, creeping up toward 40. He's wearing like a tie, and he's got a sport coat on with like really thick, sort of ribbed lapels, and he looks as though he probably was pretty well put together this morning, but his tie's loose. His jacket, one of the sleeves is pulled up a little bit, and it looks like he's been very busy and very focused on things other than the way he looks, right? At least for the last little bit here. He's got brown hair. He's wearing glasses, much like mine, short brown hair. A little bit of a stubble on his cheeks, and that's pretty much, I think, good enough. And he's walking with purpose.
One of the security guards, who you recognize as your assistant, Samuel Witters, comes up to you and says, "All right, boss. I think that's pretty much everybody." He looks at his little data pad and he goes, "There's the 6 people that came in with Ms. Vickers. They're still in the main area. I got about 5 other people in the skeleton crew running this thing, and you got 3 more of the security guards. Are you sure about this, boss? Like, you sure you don't want me to stick? I can stick behind. We can get some of the other guys to stay here too."
No, it's best if you escort whoever remains. Let's get as many people off here as possible. That's the orders that we have, and I'm sticking to them. And so should you.
People are asking questions. They don't really understand what's going on or what's happening or what Ms. Vickers is doing here. What am I telling them?
Well, you can tell them that Miss Vickers works for the corporation and outranks all of us. That should pretty much satisfy their curiosity on that issue, I should imagine. And if they're curious about other things, read a book. Now's not the time. Time to leave.
All right. Here, and he reaches in his pocket and he pulls out a half-empty pack of cigarettes. He's like, "I figure you're probably close to running out by now."
I have, in fact, just run out. You are a lifesaver, Samuel. Now let me save your life.
Don't go down with the ship, man. It's not fucking worth it. These fucking corporate rats, man, they don't give a fuck about you.
I have a family at home. I'm not leaving them anywhere. I can take care of myself. I'm concerned about you and your little ones. Please, don't worry about me. I'm sure Miss Vickers will have it all figured out.
Yeah, she'll have something figured out. Look, I'm gonna be on the return shuttle for sure, and if she's gone up to no good, I'll fucking kick her ass off the platform myself.
I am pretty sure if you do that, I will need to report you to human resources. So let's not do that. In fact, let's not even joke about it. There are microphones everywhere here. So just zip, bot, woo, go.
All right. Take care of yourself, man. Be careful, huh? There's something weird going on.
Yes.
Promise,
Thank
Mr.
you very much for the cigarettes. Yeah. You don't have a lighter, do you, by any chance?
Matches?
I'll take it. Thank you. I look at it and just want to get a sense of where he got his matchbook. Is it from like a bar or something? I'm always curious.
Yeah, it's like some sort of it's the just offshore. There's like an area. So when the people on the facility get some R&R to go offshore, they don't necessarily get to go home or go wherever. Like they get like a 10-hour break or something. So there's like a little corporate town that's been built just on the shore that's got like bars, hotels, bordellos, like the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
And like you go there, it's kind of like a mini Vegas. You go there and you blow some steam off for whatever 12 hours, and then you come back and do your shift again, and it's from one of the strip joints or something there.
Oh, I look at it and I'm like, oh, you've been back to Bimbo's. First drink's on me after all this blows over.
I'll hold you up to it.
All right. I'll make you.
Yeah.
They don't call me Mr. Batten down the hatches for nothing.
You keep telling yourself that, buddy.
I only tell you what I'm told myself.
I know
Anyway,
that.
take care. Say
Yeah.
hi to the wife and kids. I'll see
I
you
will.
soon.
Yours or mine? And he waves.
Yeah, yours. And then I turn and I'm going to try and find Miss Vickers. I need some corporate leadership here.
Some corporate leadership. You head back to the main area of the facility. You find Ms. Vickers, sort of like a bit of a queen, a wasp queen, a bee queen or something, sort of sitting in the middle of this hive of activity, just sort of people coming and going. There's you see a couple of technicians. They get these big, what are servers, like portable servers, these giant servers that can compress tons and tons and tons of data into like a semi-portable form. They're pushing them on like these little automated trawlers. There's a couple of security guys checking around. She's walking around. She's like checking this, checking that, telling someone to do this, telling someone to do that. She's like super in charge, super competent, super cold too, like really like not a flicker of emotion as she's just like giving orders left, right, and center. You're just finishing, Vickers. You've just been dealing with basically getting your team of your main team of data retrievers heading into the main server room to get the last few of the portable hard drives stocked up. They're telling you it's going to probably take about 30 minutes or so to finish getting everything done. You're just sort of getting that information in one ear, your KIA readers bringing you some other information, and right now you're kind of wondering where the fuck Palmer is and whether people are getting off this fucking boat, because you just got a message that rattled you a little bit, that there's apparently 2 members of the LA Rep Detect Unit, 2 police officers heading here.
When you're approaching me, you see a tall woman of an athletic build. She's wearing a dark blazer and matching slacks that are well fitted to her. She's got kind of short, wavy brown hair that's tucked behind one ear. Has really sharp features, really high cheekbones. She looks very serious all the time with just the most piercing blue eyes you've ever seen. Like they could just burn a hole through your skull if you stared at her for too long. She's wearing a set of glasses, and as Bleak said, she's quite busy looking, but she definitely notices you as you walk into the room. David, I assure you're coming here with good news?
Yes, Miss Vickers. The transports are away. We still have a few technicians on site, but my assistant just left. Most even of the security personnel are gone at this point.
Right. Wonderful. Well, I'm here to give you bad news. I just got a message. The cops are on the way.
The police are coming here?
Yeah,
Why?
perfect.
How do they even know?
I don't fucking know.
Okay, well, I think we got some work to do then, huh?
A little bit. Yeah. I think we have a couple things to take care of downstairs, maybe, I'd say.
Piece of gum?
Yeah, thank you.
I hand you a piece of gum. Downstairs. Yeah. Do you have a second for a quick question, Miss Vickers? A company thing?
Make it fast.
All right. I was looking at my KIA. I reviewed my service contract. What's the mechanism by which hazard pay clicks over? Do you think this, I mean, surely this counts for hazard pay, I assume for all of us, right?
David.
Yeah.
We have other things to worry about right now.
No,
Why the
I know.
fuck are you talking to me about hazard pay?
Well, it just seems kind of dangerous. They got cops coming here. We know what happened downstairs. I just, seems like a hazard to me, but I just want to make sure you're the one, you rank higher on the org chart than I do. I came from facilities and they didn't talk a lot about hazard, what triggers a hazard. Certainly like industrial.
David, shut the fuck up. We have things to do.
Yes, ma'am, Miss
Let's
Vickers.
focus.
Okay, I've never been more focused on the matter at hand than I am.
We've got
right
bodies. We need them moved now.
now. Okay.
Into the med bay.
Yeah.
We need to keep the cops out of there when they get here. Yeah? You on board? Are you listening, David?
I am listening, Miss Vickers. Keep the cops out of the laboratory and
Yes.
move the bodies.
Yes. Right. You think you can do that, David?
I used to lift giant piles of concrete.
I don't give a fuck what you can lift, David.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's go. I'm happy to do what needs to be done.
Right. Well, I'm
I'm a
going to
loyal
be here,
employee.
David.
I am
I'm
a
going to be
loyal-
here taking care of things. And you're going to go figure this the fuck out right now.
Okay. Will do, Miss Vickers.
Right. Yes.
All right. And then if this were to be a hazard situation, do you know what triggers the
David,
end
why
of the...
am I still looking at
It's
you
fine.
right now?
Okay, goodbye, ma'am. Just call me on the KIA if you need me. I'll be down in the lab.
She turns away
moving
and
bodies
just walks
company.
away from him,
worry about
continuing her
I got it taken care
mission.
of. And he's just walking too, but he's a bit of a chatterbox. He can't stop talking. So he's like, I got it taken care of. You don't worry about me. David Palmer, loyal company agent.
Company
You,
always sends me idiots.
When you look around to try and get some help to do this, you realize all your guys are gone. The only ones that are left are the ones that came with Miss Vickers. And they're a different breed. Your guys are kind of like, they're not rent-a-cops, but they're dudes,
Yeah.
She's got these things that look almost more like robots. They got like these full face tactical visors on. They got like the armor with the automatic rifles, all of course in the gray and gold of the Asteria company colors. And one of them comes up to you and through a heavily modulated voice from his helmet goes, "Any way we can assist you, security chief?"
Yes. Yes. Well, accompany me. We're gonna go down to the lab. Gonna have to move some sensitive equipment.
We don't
You
need
know
to
what
know
I
what
mean?
we're doing. We just need you to tell us to do it.
Okay, great.
Well,
My name's David Palmer, by the way. What's yours?
Number 1.
Number 1. That makes the others 2 through 6.
That's right. Actually, that's 7. 6 didn't make it.
Oh, I'm sorry. All right, yeah, just the lifts over here. Just come with me. I'll lead the way. And as we walk, I'm like, "Son number 1, you got any kids?" Number 1. Okay, no kids. All right, just step inside here. I type a little code or something into the interface to get me where we need to go.
No problem. Meanwhile, over the Pacific Ocean in a police spinner that is barely adequate to get all the way out to where the Asteria Biomechanical Pacific Research Facility is, are two members of the LAPD RDU unit. One of them is sitting in the passenger seat, typing furiously away on his computer and monitoring a bunch of different information data coming in. The other one is currently driving. So let's start with you, Crombie, as your character is the one that's at the control of this vehicle. What do we see?
Yeah, for Tate Oberson, driving. He's got one hand up on the wheel, the other hand back, kind of just not really looking in front of him, kind of looking over to Byron and just having a nice little chat, looking at the road occasionally, the road, so to speak. But what you see is Tate's got a face like a frying pan, flat and wide. His nose, you can see a couple of breaks that have not healed well, leaving it kind of flat and crooked. Probably a little bit harder to see as he's sitting down right now, but he is wearing a tuxedo t-shirt and lime green cargo shorts underneath this long, old, crusty leather duster. Couple of different color socks bunched up into some perforated, beat up, stained New Balance sneakers, and only piece of finery or jewelry you see on him is this silver crucifix affixed around a gold chain around his neck that you can tell isn't real gold, but the silver looks good. And that's Tate.
Sitting next to him in the passenger seat, flicking away at his computer, is...
You see Byron Gaff partnered up with Tate on this particular mission, and Byron is... he's got this kind of boyish good looks, hair perfect, clean shaven. He is wearing a white shirt with a tie. He tries to exemplify the rep detect unit sort of dress code, and he is by the book. He's young and probably quite less experienced than his partner Tate Oberson on this particular outing, and he looks very uncomfortable as he is typing away and then occasionally stealing looks over at the pilot of the craft, who is a little bit more nonchalant about the driving skills than he would care to see. Maybe you should put your other hand on the wheel. Just a thought. Oh, look out! No, to the front.
To the oh there. Oh yeah. Oh shit.
You've been on a couple of these assignments before, then?
Oh yeah. Assignments like these, dime a dozen. These are nothing short of commonplace for me. You've been on a couple of these too, right?
I mean, I provided support, for field personnel. I'm more of a tech guy. I'm not exactly sure why the captain has sent me along on this particular assignment. To be 100% honest with you, I'm not that thrilled to be here. It sounds dangerous. I mean, murder. I'm a tech guy.
It won't be that bad, believe me. Look, it's a little bit of tech. Sometimes you need some brains behind the brawn and the operation. So,
perfect.
Hey, here's what I'd recommend to you.
Okay.
I've seen these fucking corpo rats here left and right. I've dealt with
Rats.
their kind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, rats, absolutely. That is correct. I knew you were the man to come with me. Oh, we're gonna get along just great, I think.
Yeah.
Look, Corpo's gonna want to protect whatever they got going on. We need to come in guns blazing.
Whoa.
With a strong personality. What?
Guns blazing, like, oh, so I've passed my exams with the sidearm, but I've never discharged it in the line of duty.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, the second I park this thing, door's gonna pop up, you're gonna roll out of that, and you're just gonna start firing left and right. You got it?
I mean, that's not to protocol. I mean, we don't even know what we're.
Protocol. Come on.
As
You've been
as
on
you're
how many
having
of
this,
these?
sorry.
You're good. You're good.
I was just gonna say, as you're having this discussion, you get a message that comes in on your computer, Byron, and it's a message from your captain. And it says, as you open it up, it says, "All right, so just reconfirming the details. This is what we got from upstairs. There was an explosion in one of the labs at the Asteria Biomechanical Research Facility. There are 3 dead, 3 victims. One of them a Nexus 9, 2 of them human. There is apparently reason to suspect foul play, that the accident may not have been an accident. You are to do whatever you need to get access to the bodies and investigate. If you find that there's a reason to believe that this was more than just an accident, you are not to do anything, but you are to report immediately to me so that I can dispatch a corporate police unit down there. You don't want to get involved too much in a pissing contest with whoever they got running the show down there. Just get access to the bodies, get access to the records. If you feel that it smells like some rotten went down, you get on the horn, you call us, we'll send in the cavalry.
Captain, these corporal rats know that we're coming?
I do believe they know, yes. Also, tell Oberson you're not to shoot anyone unless shot at first.
Yes,
Tell him he's
ma'am.
on very thin ice with me.
Sir, ma'am. Yes, yes.
I will have his fucking ass for breakfast with fucking toast and beans if he pulls that shit again. It was a goddamn mall. Yeah, exactly. You keep him on a tight leash.
Is it too soon to request backup?
As soon as you figure out if there's a need for it.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna need it.
We're gonna need some proof. We're not gonna be able to move. These corps got extraterritoriality. We're not gonna be able to make a serious move unless you find some evidence. So find some evidence.
We'll find it. Just get me to the data banks. I'll dial in. Good as gold.
Keep me appraised. Signs off.
So the guns ablazing thing, we're not doing that, right? Tate? Hello, Tate? Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. Not guns blazing.
What happened?
Fine. We'll do it your way, Mr. Been on a couple of missions, tech support.
I mean, I'm not gonna, I have been, nominated for a couple of commendations, but they're not field related.
Commendations.
Yeah, I mean, they're not field related, but I know my way around a database and spreadsheets, and I'm good with. I use my brain.
Yeah,
fight crime.
I can tell. Look,
so we can go in, but we're gonna go in brains ablazing.
Brains ablaze. You know what? I will follow your lead. But when those fat cats that those corporate rats feed on up to start to eat you, guns are coming out.
Hey, look, one thing that's not going to happen to me, one thing that I'm not going to let happen to me is I'm not going to get eaten by any rats, corporal rats or otherwise.
Big corpo. Yep, you got it.
And as you arrive in view, just missing the seagull. Actually, there's no seagulls anymore, so it was just sea spray. As you arrive in view of the facility, you find it oddly kind of deserted. You would have expected to see kind of people moving, other transports, maybe shuttles, things of that nature. But there's absolutely nothing. You don't see a single other shuttle. In fact, at first you kind of think that maybe they've completely abandoned the thing. But as you're coming into land with your spinner, you see a security guy come out. He's got, little glow sticks, and he kind of guides you in, and you come down. As you approach the facility, Byron, your computer starts to fritz and you're getting a lot of interference. You're having difficulty picking up a signal from the city.
Already getting scrambled. I mean, what else could go wrong?
Already getting scrambled, eh?
Yeah, the data feed's scrambled, man.
Oh, well, better put your big brain to it.
See what I can do.
Better unscramble that. What is it, like an egg?
I'm gonna try to patch it.
As he's working on that, down in the command center, Ms. Vickers, one of your tech guys comes over and he's looking at like 7 charts. He's like, yeah, so they got another 7 ready to go. There's just about 12 of them to fill up. And oh yeah, the LAPD's landing right now on pad 6. Who's gonna go meet them? Should I send them
I'll
somewhere?
go meet them.
All right, do you want me to call the security guy?
Yeah, let him know to meet me up there when he's finished with his job.
All right, I'll do that. Eric, as you're moving the last body into place in the med bay, your KIA chirps.
I reach in, and as I pull open my coat to grab it, you see that he's actually wearing like a shoulder holster. And he's got not a little, but actually a pretty big Magnum gun under his left arm. But he pulls out the KIA and he looks at it.
Mr. Palmer, this is Stanley, Miss Vickers' assistant.
Oh yeah, of course.
Arriving.
Yeah.
And she would like you to meet her on pad 7 to welcome them as soon as you are done with the current task at hand.
I've just wrapped up. I'll be right up. Stanley, how much do you know about company procedure?
All of it. I'm an expert.
Oh, excellent. Okay. This qualifies as hazard pay conditions, right?
It depends.
With the explosion and it depends.
It depends, yes. It depends on the level of maiming that you will sustain. If you are maimed...
Yeah, I will sustain.
Yes, you don't get hazard pay unless you get maimed. It's only a hazard if you get maimed. If you don't get maimed, then it clearly wasn't a hazard.
In facilities, if there was an emergency that we all had to like work overtime, that was time and a half. Are you saying that you actually have to be injured yourself to get the additional pay that comes in the security position?
What do you think? This is the 80s? If you get maimed, and it was hazardous, and you get hazard pay. If you don't get maimed, then it wasn't hazardous. Look, I suggest you contact your union representative, which you don't have a union representative.
Yeah, are you kidding me? They quashed the union 3 years ago.
Well, that sounds very terrible. I'm very busy. Pad 7.
But I'm just sitting here waiting for the elevator.
You realize he's...
How long did you know Mrs... I put my KIA away. Wait.
Anything else you need from us, sir? It's number 1.
Just make sure there's no like fingers or any of the smaller parts. There was an explosion and some of that stuff. Just look in corners and under tables and everything. Vickers is going to come through here like she's grading this place for a magazine. So just make sure that everything's cool. Clean that shit up. I missed that. That looks like blood or something over there. Just wipe that up. Just go into the bathroom down the hall, grab some paper towels and just wipe that up. Wet them a little bit beforehand. Bring some dry ones and just take care of it. I do not need demerit put on my account by someone with the power of Ms. Vickers, okay? You're under me because I'm the head of security. So you just do it, okay, Miss Number 1?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you.
So the elevator dings open, you grab it, and you start going up, and as you go up, it stops, and it dings, and Ms. Vickers is standing there.
Oh, Miss Vickers! We going up to meet up to the roof? How are things going down there? I picked up the last leg like a few minutes ago. Number 1, I want to give him a real credit. He's done a great job. Hard worker, hard to read his face with that mask, but a good worker and a hard worker.
David, I feel like your special skill is really going to work to our advance here.
Good.
So
I'm
we're
happy to
gonna
be of
go
service to the company.
upstairs and we're gonna meet the cops. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're just gonna talk to them, David.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything in particular you want me to say?
Nothing stupid, David. Do you think you can handle that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
college educated. Don't worry about me. I'm real smart.
Wonderful.
I
Beautiful.
majored in physical education.
Yeah, it's like a game, David. We're going to keep them busy while they're here, right? We don't want them to find anything or to know what's actually going on here or what we know, right, David?
I don't know nothing, Mrs. Vickers.
Excellent. Truly outstanding, David.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Self-correction, that was a double negative. I learned that in college. That means I know something. So I don't know anything, Ms. Vickers.
Would you like a piece of gum, David?
Oh, I got one. Right here.
Okay.
As you go up, Stanley will start reading off his thing. He'll be like, apparently the 2 officers that have been sent, one is Tate Oberson, kind of a blockhead. He's got several demerits for excessive use of force. He's basically one bad day away from getting kicked off the force. The
Wonderful.
other one's oh, that's interesting. That one's Byron Gaff. Gaff, that name rings a bell. Anyways, he's an analyst. Why are they sending an analyst here?
An analyst.
Yeah, that make a lot of sense. I'll keep an eye on him, but very young, not a lot of experience. Couple of merits, a couple of meritorious commendations. Mostly for keeping orderly desk, maintaining proper hygiene. Okay, so nothing really important. And smart guy. All right, I'll keep an eye on him.
What kind of analyst is this guy? Like a computer analyst? Like a tax analyst?
Yeah, he's a data analyst. He specializes in the extraction and the analysis of data.
All right. I think I have an idea of what they want. They send a hero and a child. Wonderful. We've got a lot to deal with. Come on, David, let's go.
Yeah, sure thing, Miss Vickers. It's right behind you.
She's gonna...
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, she's just gonna walk that way.
So the elevator dings out and you're like in the sort of command center at the top and you walk out. As soon as you walk out, the wind just sort of hits you and night's falling as you get out there, and the spray from the water and the warm wind coming down from coming up from the south just buffets you, and you know your hair obviously, Ms. Vickers, doesn't move, but everybody else's hair kind of shoots off to the side. And
it's a helmet.
Exactly.
That's right. Keep all my secrets.
Protects you 2 points of armor. You're buffeted by that wind and that sea spray coming in, and you see the spinner has landed, and these two could not be more different. This one hulking kind of brute and this other kind of skinny nervous guy are walking out of the spinner and heading towards you. The two of you see Ms. Vickers there, of course, and Palmer. There's also another guy who kind of looks a lot like Byron. He's got a little headset with some communication gear. He's got like a couple data pads that he's cycling through and kind of working on. And then there's this security robot guy thing. He's just got this SWAT helmet on, armor, bullets, assault rifle, gun, stun baton, other stuff. Just very kind of high tech. And y'all meet right in the middle of this stormy ocean as the darkness descends in the sky.
Hello, we're here from the Rep Detect Unit, looking for whoever's in charge around here.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello, gentlemen. Eleanor Vickers, Asteria Crisis Management.
Byron Gaff, pleasure to meet you. Hello. He'll look over at the other data analyst and kind of give him one of these.
He's not looking at you, he's just kind of...
Rough day around here, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
This is my my colleague, Tate Oberson. Tate.
Cheers. Quiet guy over there. You look pretty serious. What's your name?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
The wind is blowing and my tie is like in my face, and I reach out my hand and I say, David Palmer! I'm the head of security. Let's go inside.
Absolutely. Tate reaches out and gives you a crushing
Oh,
handshake.
quite a handshake there, Mr. Oberson.
Good to meet you, Mr.
Welcome. Please, everybody, come in.
So
You
you'll
don't
head
need to
back
stand
into
out
the
here in the water and the splash.
you'll head
I'd like
back
to-
into the lounge area. Sorry, go ahead.
I like to say that when Eleanor notices Tate walking up, she's very thankful for the current scenario happening around them because her heart skips a beat for a second when she sees his face. And she's desperately trying to keep her composure, but hoping that anyone noticing will think it's nothing more than the elements disturbing her otherwise cool demeanor.
Well, let's see if anyone notices anything. So, go ahead, Ms. Vickers, and give me a manipulation roll.
Yep.
And anybody else that's out there can make an insight roll. So you're going to roll the dice. So whatever your empathy dice is, if it's a D8, you roll a D8. If it's a D6, roll a D6. And whatever your skill dice is. So insight for the rest of you, and manipulation for you. Check if you have any special skills that might give you any sort of bonus on this.
That's an 11 and an 8 from me.
All right, so that's 3 successes.
10 and an 8 for Gaff.
2 and a 2.
And a 4 and a 2 for Tate.
What did Gaff get? Sorry.
A 10 and an 8.
All right, so you also have 3 successes. So the other 2, you have no clue. It's totally kind of went over your head. As for you, Byron, you kind of catch it, and you, Vickers, realize that you kind of caught something, and you kind of clamp down on it and put it away. So you're not sure what you saw, but there was clearly some sort of reaction from her when she saw you or Oberson or the two of you or something like that. Goes like her mask cracked for a split second. You tied, so you're not really sure what it's about, but you definitely saw that she clamped down on a reaction that she was having.
Gaff is gonna clock that, and then as they're walking out of the cold and the wind and the rain or whatever, the mist, he's gonna kind of sidle up to the other analyst-looking fella who didn't respond to him, and he's just gonna be like, so what interface you guys running? You got the T85 interface here. I'm gonna need to get.
What do you think this is? The 80s? No, we're running Quasar 7.
I'm gonna need to get access
7, right?
codes.
That's right.
Of
You don't know
course,
about Quasar 7. Oh, that's right.
I mean,
it's
I've
only
heard of
Quasar
it.
6 on the market right now. That's right. That's fine. Okay, no problem. We'll get you sorted out. What's your issue?
I just need to get access to the system.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Look, tell you what, he taps away on his computer. Just give me access there, and I'll just hop into your laptop, and I'll sort that out right quick.
I can't let you access my laptop, but I am going to need access to your Quasar 7, you said? Wow,
Yes.
That's impressive.
Yeah, no, we haven't updated yet. We were supposed to put in the 8, but this is not a very important facility, so it hasn't gotten the upgrade yet. But I would figure that by June, at the latest, we'll be on 8. And of course, 9's already in the pipeline, right?
So go ahead. It looks like I've got, here it is. I can see the system on my pad here. Why don't you go ahead and give me the access code?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm getting some interference. I think it's the C-spray. Let's just get inside. I'll sort it out inside. There's just, this machinery is very delicate,
Understood.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tate, they're running Quasar 7. He says real quick as he follows the guy in.
I think Tate has, immediately after the handshake here, has gotten overly familiar with David. He's got one hand around the shoulder, just kind of holding him close, just talking to him the whole way in here.
That's quite a grip you got there, Oberson. You play ball in high school?
Played ball, yep. All of them. What about you?
Oh yeah, I did a little bit of field hockey, a little bit of theater. Tried to keep things well-rounded,
Oh, hockey man, then. Pretty brutal out there. I bet you got some skills.
Yeah, oh, you bet. A little rusty these days, but yeah, I can still hear. Come on, I'll tell you all about it inside.
So you walk into the sort of lounge area that's near the landing pad. As soon as you shut the doors, all the sound from outside is started cut out. It's pretty bare little area. There's just like a couple of seats, things of that nature, a little bar. Nothing too excellent. The art on the walls kind of blah. Some guy named Octavian Chase selected it, and it's kind of got a dark, weird, unsettling bend to it.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, would you like to have a seat? Welcome to Asteria Biomechanics. This is a state-of-the-art facility, and we like to welcome people here with a wet bar right here in our first room. We could take a seat, have a chat about the unpleasantness, I suppose.
I'll have a soda water if you've got one.
Sure. I think I can find something back here, and I'm just gonna step behind the bar and start kind of bartending, so to speak.
Yeah, there's anything you could want.
Soda water for it was Byron.
Yeah, Byron Gaff. Pleasure to meet you. I know it was a
Byron
little hard
Gaff,
to hear
David
out there.
Palmer. It's really great to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Yep. I'm in charge of the security.
Oh, great. Yeah. I was just talking to this guy over here. Didn't catch the name. Just going to need to get access to the system so that we can kind of sort out some things and kind of get an idea of what went down here. I'm sure you're just looking to help us out as we try to help you out, right?
Of course. Mr. Oberson, can I get you something to drink?
Yeah, I'll take some. Y'all got whiskey?
Of course. You want bourbon or straight whiskey? I've even got some scotch.
I'll take something a little bit higher end, maybe some wild turkey.
I have Arbalure. I have.
Bless you.
Okay. Wild turkey it is, my friend. Please just have a seat. I am sure Miss Vickers is eager to talk to you, and I will. Yes, just I'll bring the drinks right over. But hey, either of you guys have kids?
No, not yet. Hoping to one day. I've got a dog.
I tell you, they're
not
a
a real
real
dog.
handful. I got 4 of them myself.
Four kids?
Of them.
Yeah. Little Angie, Agatha, April, and Ardeth. Love them all. I call them Daddy's little choir. You know what I mean? Anyway, I think you'll find it even more rewarding than a dog one of these days. There, if you ever get one, Byron. It was water you wanted. Do you have a particular brand preference?
No, whatever's handy is fine. Look, we're not here to have cocktails and niceties. I mean, I don't.
Whoa. We can slow it down a little.
That's
Byron.
right.
Look,
there's no hurry here, right?
Yeah. Normally we walk into a place like this, and sirens are going off. Doesn't sound like it's that bad.
No, we had a little incident, but we've mostly got everything under control. I mean, honestly, I don't even know why you're here.
Maybe we can just make this quick then. Tell us a little bit about what happened, perhaps? Miss Vickers?
I flash my eyes to Miss Vickers.
You see, Eleanor has just been standing there the whole time with her arms crossed, just watching everybody waste time and silently seething, but also really enjoying all of the time wasting. Seemed as though we had a bit of an explosion in one of our laboratories. Ruptured one of our chemical containers. When we turned on the fire retardant, it seems as though it made the chemical go airborne. Became very dangerous, so we sealed it off. We're having some ventilation issues down there right now.
And there were some fatalities. I have here 1 Nexus unit and some humans were.
Yes, they
killed?
perished during the explosion.
It's important to understand that all employees of Visteria sign a lot of waivers. Everyone here understands that the work that we do is not without its dangers.
Sure.
And so, it's really unfortunate, sad, but their families will be taken care of. There's not really a lot of mystery here, so maybe we could just kind of.
Yeah, I mean, we probably don't want to be here any longer than we need to, right?
Good.
Oberson.
Good.
But I do need to get
Palmer.
access to the system so I can just check a few things, standard procedure.
Yeah, I've been running a diagnostic on your rig there, Mr. Gaff, and unfortunately, it appears as though your system is too outdated.
Oh, bad luck.
So what I'll do is I will equip you with one of our comm units, and you can do all your work with there.
This is a Quasar 7 unit?
Yeah, absolutely, totally.
I mean,
there's the elevator opens and there's someone that comes in with a little box. He's like, thank you, Shelley.
thank you,
Right here, and here for you, gift from the Asteria Corporation.
Procedure wise, I can't accept a gift. What I can do is we can utilize the system while I'm here, but I'm gonna have to leave this. I can't accept a gift. I mean, technically we're not supposed to be accepting cocktails and that sort of thing, but look, what was going on in
Oberson's already pounded 2 back.
Oh, okay.
It's just between us and the cameras, boys.
So it'll give you like a really state-of-the-art, super duper laptop, like still in the wrapping and everything.
He's just like giddy with excitement as he opens it up. Wow. I've heard a lot about these quasars. Cool. What was going on in that lab as he's trying to play nonchalant as he's opening the laptop and turning it on?
Unfortunately, Mr. Gaff, that's not my business to know. I'm just here to clean up if things go wrong. Could you tell me why you boys are here?
Real quick. I'm sorry. I think I was distracted talking family, talking dogs, talking ball.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You look pretty familiar. Have we met somewhere before, Miss Vickers?
Not to my knowledge, Mr. Oberson.
Huh. Must be one of those faces.
Must be.
And what'd you say your role was here, by the way?
Crisis management.
Crisis management.
He comes from the corporation, the home office.
Oh, the mothership. Came on down from there, huh?
Yes.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you for the first time.
Likewise, I'm sure.
These are wonderful drinks, by the way, Mr. Palmer.
There's plenty more where they came from, Mr. Oberson.
Were you a
Just say the
bartender
word.
in the past, or just a natural knack for it?
I dabbled at some of those after-performance parties during my theater days. I like to think I know how to pour.
Well, what about you, Miss Vickers? Any hobbies, family, any sports?
Oh, yeah. Miss Vickers. Good question.
I live for the corporation.
As do we all. As do, I think, all of us here would agree with that. I definitely agree with Miss Vickers. Do any of you guys want a stick of gum?
Yeah, I'll take one.
I'd take one.
There you go. My
I
friend.
had a noodles for lunch and I don't know, the onion or something.
I thought I smelled that actually.
Sorry, Vickers gets a call on her thing, and it's number 1 saying that they finished the task downstairs. You can bring the police officers down whenever you want.
Wonderful. Thank you, number 1.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's cool that
Gentlemen.
y'all have the logo of this place printed on the glasses. You mind if I take one of these with me?
I would rather you not.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry. I like to collect these things when I travel.
There are very strict rules about removing company property from the premises, I'm afraid.
Oh,
Right.
you know what? Absolutely fair. Absolutely fair.
Well, gentlemen, I'm sure you're on a schedule and you would like to move along and get out of here as quickly as possible.
Ding, ding, ding.
Could take you downstairs to where the accident occurred if you would like to look around.
That
Yeah,
would
wouldn't mind a grand tour.
it'd speed things up a little bit. We can get to the bottom of this, get it taken care of, file our report, and then we'll be on our way.
What exactly is it that you boys are looking to put in that report? When I used to have an outside police come in to we usually run a pretty tight ship around here, if you know what I mean.
the reports that we write typically will include facts, evidence that we discover through the course of our investigation. You know, maybe some, if there's any sort of like footage from the cameras that reveals any important aspects of what happened. Maybe we'll talk to some of the employees that were involved in working down in the lab to find out, you know, if there were any safety protocols that perhaps were, you know, I don't know, left out of the operations.
Look. Byron's a little new here. He is very excited, very overzealous. Look, Captain asked us to come take a look around. That's all we're doing here. Not trying to make your life any more difficult than it is in a crisis.
I understand. I totally get it, Mr. Oberson. Did your captain happen to send you with a warrant?
Byron, do we, you got the paperwork?
You do.
Paperwork, I do. Yep, right here. See this?
May I take a look?
A big fat juicy warrant, Mr. Palmer.
And does everything seem to be in order with that?
Yeah, you see an edict from the corporate court signed by Neander Wallace himself that gives that suspends temporarily the corporate extraterritoriality here and gives the LAPD the power to perform preliminary investigations on site.
So as you can see, everything is in order, and it would be very nice if you would cooperate with us, Mr. Palmer.
I flash a look at Miss Vickers, and I basically say, "Oh, of course, we're here to cooperate fully within the realms of you know, corporate confidentiality and proprietary information. There may be some, you know, areas that."
Understood. We are very discreet. And this is not a public report. This is an internal investigation.
Oh, good. Okay, excellent.
Yeah, at the end
you
of
know,
the
this
day.
research is very valuable to the corporation, and we'd hate for any of that information.
Sure.
Yeah, there is also a reputational element here. You know, mistakes happen, but we prefer not to have that blasted on the news, so to speak.
Why don't we head to the bodies, and we'll get our job done and be on our way.
Sounds great.
As you're stepping in the elevator and heading down to the main control area, Stanley leans over to you, Vickers, and he shows you something on his computer screen. And it's a report from one of your other tech guys that's monitoring the station. And he says that it appears that someone in Lab 2 is still alive. We've just picked up vital signs from someone in Lab 2.
Okay. Does he say this so that everybody else can hear?
No, absolutely not. He shows you his screen. Kind of very discreetly shows you a screen, and he'll say something like it looks like the transports are back are on their way again, and estimated arrival time, and then he'll point at what he's showing you.
Okay. She just kind of looks down at it and then back forward and says nothing. Lab 2 is where we're currently going?
No, you're going to the med bay. Lab 2 is where you don't want to go.
Is it still sealed? Lab 2? Yeah.
Okay. The corridor before it is sealed, and so is Lab 2. So you will come down to this first sort of main core area of the facility. It's weird because this place you would imagine normally is buzzing with activity. There's tons of computer terminals, tons of stuff, but right now there's like 5 people in here working. They're all working very furiously. You see that near one of the other doors, there's a bunch of these big black road cases on wheels that have been pushed there. You would know, Gaff, that those are portable super hard drives, basically. It's not too weird. Like, it wouldn't make sense that the company would want to get its information off. So it's not too weird that this is going on, but it certainly indicates that they expect to not be using this place in the foreseeable future. When you come down, Stanley will say, so if you want to follow us just down corridor C here, we'll take you to the med bay where the bodies are being kept.
Of course.
Lead the way.
So once you get into this room, you'll go down a long corridor. The first place that you will come to down, actually, you will go down one corridor. You will go through a communications room that looks like this. Oops, sorry, wrong one. You'll go through this room. There's a security office, so you will come in through this door over here. There's a security office here. As soon as you step into this corridor, at the other end of the room here, there is like a sort of robot arm that comes up and scans. You see like a little red thing that comes out and scans you, and it scans Ms. Vickers, and then it scans everybody else. And the security guy, there's a security guy in the office, and he gives you guys a thumbs up. You notice that there's like a gun mounted on this thing, on this arm. You will go down this corridor, kind of nervous about this gun. As soon as it scans Vickers, it kind of goes back down. You will go through this room. You will come here. Now, Dave, when you come through this room here, this is a data center. So this is where a lot of the, it's like a server farm, basically. It's where a lot of data is kept. You also see a lot of physical data storage. A lot of it looks like it's been partially empty, like it's clear they've been through here and have taken some stuff out. But there's computer access here.
Recently, does it look like they recently pulled?
Yeah.
Like within last couple minutes?
Yeah, exactly. There's still that kind of feeling in the room of like there was just some activity in here kind of thing. You'll go through this comm office here, and then you will find yourself going down another corridor. As you walk down that corridor, you will pass by a room that looks like this, that is locked. Dave, you recognize this as a communications room. So this would be where all the communications from and through the facility go through this room here. And then a little bit further down, you will arrive at a medical bay. When you walk into the medical bay, you see a security guard standing there. You see 3 bodies, each on their own med bed. One obviously a nexus, like you can clearly see elements that make it a nexus, but all 3 burned to a crisp. Damaged, ravaged, burned to a crisp. Eric.
Yeah.
This is not how you left the bodies. When you left, the bodies were partially burnt, various other bits and pieces of damage, but it literally looks like they've been recently mutilated.
Does it smell like cooked meat in here?
No, but it's pretty. It looks like maybe there was like some sort of chemical burn that was applied to them or something like that.
Okay.
Bleak, does it look like there's evidence of this explosion that we were told about?
So no, first of all, make both of you, the two Blade Runners here, make an observation. So intelligence plus observation.
Okay.
And my friend Eric, I would like you to give me what's your empathy, Eric?
My empathy is D8.
All right,
C.
so roll 2d6 for me.
Okay. I got a 3 and I got a 5.
Okay, good. Yeah, so as far as the observation checks from the other guys.
Yeah, Tate got a 1 on the intelligence die and a 6 on the observation die.
Okay.
No successes for me either.
So as you're coming in here, probably Byron, you're kind of you're playing with your computer. Do you see there's not a computer here? You're kind of thinking about that aspect of the gig. Tate, you come in and you're kind of taking a look at things, and the one thing that kind of jumps at you right away is that this is obviously not where these people were killed. This is not the crime scene. These bodies were moved in here after whatever happened to them.
So, how did they come to be in here exactly? How did these 3 come in here?
Well, we weren't going to just leave them lying on the ground, were we?
Oh well, of course not. But
Mm-hmm.
God, deadly gas, explosion. Oh man, it would have been terrible. I bet. How would have gotten them out of there? I guess is what I'm just trying to wrap my brain around. That's all.
That's not my department.
But you're crisis management, aren't you?
Yes, but I don't go down into the field and handle things myself.
Do crises not happen in the field? Look, I'm pulling your leg here. I'm not trying to make you angry. Just trying to understand is all.
Right.
Maybe we could talk with the folks, your personnel who moved the bodies, get a little bit of information from them on the status of the bodies when it happened. Would that be your department then, Mr. Palmer?
It would, but unfortunately the company has a very strict evacuation policy in the event of an emergency. So the folks who brought these bodies left about, what would you say, Ms. Vickers, 40 minutes before our friends arrived?
That sounds about right, David.
Yeah. I'm sure that we could put you in touch with them for a follow-up or something.
Go ahead and make a empathy and manipulation roll, Eric, and the 2 cops can make empathy and insight rolls.
Okay.
By the way, Dave, you're also kind of trying to connect. You've connected to the system now. You have access to the files. You've started you have like routing. You have like programs that sift through things and look for things for you. So that's kind of working as you're talking, and as your thing gets something. So once we're done with this roll, give me an intelligence and comtech after this one. Okay.
I got 1 success.
1 success on the insight.
Yep.
And Crombie?
No successes on Tate. 5 and a 1.
And
I rolled a 2 and a 3.
all right, so there's he's not being very truthful. You're not sure what it is, but he's definitely lying about something pertaining to his last statement. The idea of, the people who moved this having left about 4 minutes ago, and this is Byron who gets this from his insight roll.
All right.
And just Byron, go ahead and give me an intelligence and comtech right now. Just
I got 1 success on that.
Oh, and you roll an extra D8 because of the computer that you got.
Okay. Still 1 success.
Okay, cool. So your computer's starting to compile some data. Your analysis programs that you've written yourself are like looking for specific things, compiling some data, and you're starting to get some results, and I'll give you them in a moment here. But yeah, so continue to where you were.
Mr. Primal, I get the sense that maybe you're not telling us the whole story about the evacuation from the original. Are we calling this a crime scene, Oberson? I mean,
I don't think there's any reason for that, boys.
It's an accident.
Let's not blow things out of proportion.
Okay. All right.
Well,
I didn't mean to ruffle any feathers here.
I mean, according to our protocols, even if it's an accident, could be a crime scene until foul play is
ruled out,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it shouldn't be hard to rule out foul play. Everyone involved is dead.
Look, Mr. Palmer, it's going to be a lot easier if you just are straight with us. We're just here to do our jobs, just like you're here to do your jobs. And I think the next thing that we probably are going to need to do is, right here, we're going to have to see the lab where this all happened.
As I've told you before, the lab is under lockdown. The ventilation system is broken. There's currently a very dangerous gas filling that lab.
Miss Vickers, this seems like a, I don't know, state-of-the-art facility. Would that be correct? And perhaps you have some ventilators that we could use.
It's an issue with the coolant system. It's a caustic chemical. Do you see the burns on these people's bodies?
Oberson, maybe you can explain to them.
I'm just saying, it could be very
absolutely.
dangerous. A ventilator is not going to protect you from caustic chemical burns.
I think Oberson is going to reach one tree trunk-like arm around Mr. Palmer and just pull him in close and say, and maybe a little bit too tightly and say, yeah, I think we'd better go check that out. Even if it's comes to nothing, gotta do our due diligence, right? And gives him a squeeze. Trying to intimidate maybe a little.
I look at Miss Vickers and I say,
As you look at Vickers, you see that she's a little busy as Stanley has sidled up to you again. And he's showing you his data pad. And on it, you can see inside the lab, there is movement. You can see one of the lab assistant or whatever, lab technicians, who is trying to open the door. He is covered in blood, but apparently still alive. He's trying to open the door. And Stanley just kind of leans over and goes, if he opens that, we're going to be in trouble. Just a heads up.
Byron is watching intently as this takes place.
Your computer is starting to show up some information. Dave, the first thing that you start realizing is that not only as the information pertaining to, there are 2 labs here, and not only has the information pertaining to lab 2 obviously been erased, it's just not there. There's no more, your computer is not register computer infrastructure at all for that. So they've literally taken physically all the servers and destroyed them or moved them or gotten them out of there. Anything that has to do with that, security cameras, things of that nature.
Mr. Palmer, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah.
Yep.
So, and then as you're reading that, you're getting a bunch of information too about the facility, I would say biomechanical research. The company basically here is doing research aimed at helping the people who work in the outer colonies, the workers, soldiers, things of that nature, to improve their capabilities and abilities out in the outer colonies. There's the head of the program here is Dr. Michael Bishop. He doesn't register as being on the facility anymore in the scan of the people that are here. One of the things is that all of the information, like I said, about Lab 2 has been taken, but there seems to be some data left about some data of the corridor. So the lab itself is completely off, but there's some data on the corridor, and you can definitely see that there's scorch marks around the door, things like there's a lot of blood on the ground. But there's something that attracts your attention, and it's that there is, about halfway down the corridor, a huge blood splatter on the wall of the corridor. Whereas everywhere else, the blood is like on the floor, trailing as people were blown out of the lab or kind of crawled out of it. And then in one place there is, you can see just very briefly on like residual camera things, residual camera imagery, a big blood splatter on one of the walls.
He kind of stutters a little for a moment as he's trying to process this in real time. Mr. Palmer, look, I couldn't help but notice when we walked through the data storage unit that some of the hard drives look as though they had been just recently pulled from the mainframe. I'm looking here at the data feed, and there is nothing available on Lab 2 that I can find at all, other than if you look here at the footage from the corridor outside Lab 2, there's some substantial blood loss. I think we do have a crime scene here, and I think that if there's something that you're hiding right now, it could potentially be very dangerous for those who are still in the facility. I think we need to go check this out right now, and it would behoove you to work with us on this.
As he says that, she's gonna put her hand on David's shoulder and step forward. Mr. Gaff, we are currently executing our own investigation into the situation right now. I'm not sure what you're getting at with us, but I assure you we are looking into all possibilities.
Of course. I mean, I understand, Miss Vickers, that you're middle management.
Oh, you know what? No. Byron, don't give her the time of day. She clearly has her hands full with the crisis management. So much so that she has a lot of things that aren't her job, and she's trying. She doesn't have time for an investigation. That must be why we're here, right? To help with the investigation.
Well,
they gotta deal with this crisis.
Certainly,
should
someone above your pay grade has asked us to be here, Miss Vickers. So, lead the way.
Please.
I couldn't interest you perhaps in a written report once we've gotten all the information ourselves?
Mr. Palmer, this is not a question. Let's go. And he's going to push Palmer forward a little.
After you, Miss Vickers.
I look at Miss Vickers.
Very well, Mr. Oberson. As you wish.
All right, well, it's down this way. I can take you there. Question, the blood stain that you said was on the wall, Bleak, is it opposite the door?
No, it's on one of the sides of the door. On the side of, like, there's the wall, the door's there, and then the walls, and it's like...
Have I seen that before?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, great. Just follow me, then.
Oh, and Mr. Palmer, real quick. You've been very kind.
Well, thank you, Mr. Oberson.
Most direct route.
He
Time's
takes
precious.
a little bit of a left turn, and he's like, "This way, then." And he leads you directly to where we are supposed to go.
You will head down, go through one lab. Nothing seems amiss in this lab. You go through it. There's no one there. A lot of stuff's been taken out, but there's nothing kind of out of the way. Before you reach the lab, does anyone want to do anything, or...
I do have one question. Do I recognize any of the 3 corpses that are in the med lab?
Yeah, they're the corpses you brought there.
No, I mean, were any of them like friends of mine or anything like that?
Friends of yours?
In particular, there's one person that I'm curious about.
No, that person would still be in...
Okay, thank you.
In the
lab.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Bleak, I have
this way.
I have something to as we're making our way, so to speak. I have a data stick with me. This is part of my hidden stash specialty that I have. I have a data stick that has a search algorithm, a special, very kind of special ops sort of search algorithm that I plug into or connect to the laptop, this Quasar 7 that they gave me. And I am going to run some very high level search algorithms to search down a file called Prometheus.
All right. Give me a contact roll. So intelligence plus contact. Tell me what you got, and I'll tell you when you get something. The rest of you head down the corridor. When you get to the lab area, so the first door that leads to the corridor is locked, and they have to open it. And then when you walk in, you see scorch marks around the door. There was clearly an explosion. There's scorch marks around the door and all the way, part way down the corridor. And then you see a lot of blood on the ground. It looks like some people were blown out of the door. Some people crawled out. And then there's that clear sort of splotch on the side. And if you want the two investigators to give me some investigation check, which is not investigation but observation, intelligence plus observation.
I got 1 success on the comm tech.
Okay, cool.
1 success on the observation.
0 success on observation.
With your 1 success on observation, Crombie, the thing that blood splatter on the wall resembles most is gunshot blood splatter.
Yeah, I think Tate, I think there was an illusion of kind of having fun here together, and I think he's kind of done with it. So, pointing at the wall, he says, Byron, David, that look like anything to you? Anything in particular? That blood splatter? Because it looks to me a lot like from it would be the kind of splatter you'd get from gunshots. That seems weird.
Yeah. You didn't say anything about firearms that were discharged?
I have no evidence that there were discharges of firearms. Please, guys, forgive me. My background is in construction and facilities. I only recently became the head of security here. It was a lateral move, a little more upside on the org chart, potentially better hazard pay, but I don't know a gunshot from an industrial wound. I'm sorry to say.
Seems like a couple of people that have a lot of jobs that are not actually helping us right now. Huh, Byron? This wouldn't be, I mean, look, y'all are cooperating, right? This isn't necessarily, we wouldn't want to use any dirty words like malfeasance or obstruction of justice or anything like
Mr.
that,
Oberson,
right?
we brought you right to the scene. How could you suggest that we have anything to hide, other than maybe proprietary information about our products?
Seems like you've both been less than truthful so far. And he's gonna wink very ostensibly at Eleanor.
She just kind of snarls at him.
And the moment she snarls, you hear coming from the laboratory door like a faint thumping, as if something on the other side is banging against it.
What's that noise?
I turn to Miss Vickers and I'm like, could somebody be alive in there?
Let's get that door open.
Mr. Gaff, I don't think that's a good decision.
If there's somebody in there that needs our help.
There's
bring up the
dangerous
feed?
gas inside there, Mr. Gaff. If you open that door, we will all die.
Am I able to bring up the feed of that room on the computer that I have?
There is nothing in there.
Nothing.
It's physically been completely removed.
Okay.
Can we tell if Vickers is being truthful or roll some kind of insight to read her on this?
Yeah, so Vickers can roll manipulation, empathy and manipulation. The rest of you can roll empathy and insight.
I would like to roll that with advantage. Please tell me how to do that.
So if you roll at advantage, you take the lowest of the 2 dice that you have and you add an extra 1 of that. So you have empathy, D12 and D10 manipulation, so roll an extra D10.
Okay. That's a 10 and a 7 for me.
A 4 and a 2 for Tate.
You don't get a sense that she's lying to you. I mean, obviously she's hiding something. She's a corporate, but
Right.
you don't get the feeling that she's hiding something extra. Like she's really just doing her job, basically.
Can we see inside the lab from where we are, or is it a completely
No, the door
sealed?
is completely closed.
Okay.
It says top security, the whole 9 yards. You still hear the thumping, but it's getting kind of weaker. And all you see is the blood trail that kind of comes out under the door.
Look, I'm gonna have to call in for some support Oberson, I think, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it seems to me like even if it's not someone back there, there is ongoing explosions.
I mean, a toxic gas spill. I mean, this is potentially fatal to other individuals. We'll get our team in here in just a second. And unless you want to open that door, of course. And he goes ahead and he starts dialing in to call the captain.
David, sort of, while you're talking to each other, and maybe Miss Vickers sort of surreptitiously starts reaching into his left breast pocket, maybe something under his jacket. And he pulls out a stick of gum. Can I interest anyone in a fresh stick of gum? Mine's grown distasteful.
I'd take one. Yeah, for sure.
I give you the one I just opened that is unwrapped.
You'll take it.
And I take another one out.
Thank you kindly.
This is my daughter Agatha's favorite gum. Miss Vickers, what do you want us to do? Sounds like they're calling backup. I don't think that's necessary, is it?
I don't think backup's necessary, boys. What do we need backup for? What are your boys gonna do?
Exactly.
Probably help you contain a crisis you can't contain yourselves.
I think we're containing it just fine. The door is closed. The gas can't get out.
I don't know. That sounds pretty bad to me. Boom, boom, boom. That sounds pretty bad. That must be more gas leaking. More.
It was kind of more of a
right?
doom, 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 wasn't it?
I heard more of like a da-doom.
Was that
da-doom?
Not a da-doom. Oh, that's even worse.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Captain, hello. He's got his unit out and he's getting in touch with Captain. Kind of walks a little bit away from the group to make his call.
Yeah, so you're trying to make a call and nothing's going out.
He's gonna fake it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm starting to get nervous. You could tell David is like nervous.
We've got a class 9 containment issue with some, what was it again? Noxious gas.
That's right. That's right. And look, we don't need this backup. If y'all just open this door for us.
Oh, you want me to hold the backup, Oberson?
Well, if they open this door.
Hold on one second, Captain.
Mr. Oberson, you do realize that this is an experimental facility.
And?
Opening that door could be potentially dangerous to all of us.
Well, I suppose we better figure out a way for it to not be so dangerous for all of us. But the door is going to open. Mr. Palmer, open the door. And he is going to pull back the duster and reveal strapped to his leg, kind of a sawed-off shotgun style kind of weapon.
Okay. Let me just find my card. I've got it here somewhere.
Eleanor is slowly backing up.
He's
as
already
this
pulled
is
it
happening.
Stanley's backing up with.
Whoa, Mr. Oberson! God, I got the card right here.
He's unhinged.
Want the door open?
Open the fucking door now.
I do what he says, Mr. Palmer.
Okay, all right. And his hand's shaking a little bit. And he's gonna put the card close to the security reader. Oh shit! He dropped it. Sorry. A little bit nervous. He
Oberson
reaches.
Is going to move up and kind of shoulder check you out of the way, pick up the card and scan it.
As you scan the card, the door slides open. You see the first area that you walk in looks like just a kind of a break area. Maybe there's like a table with some coffee cups on it, stuff like that. There's lockers for people to put their stuff. On the floor in front of the door is a lab technician who is scorched a little bit, but not too bad. Like not like there's a major explosion or anything. Very bloodied, face kind of all messed up, lying on his back now with the hand kind of reaching for the open door button, barely breathing. Beyond him, you can see the lab further inside. You can see blood all the way inside. You can see more bodies lying inside. There's kind of a strange smell in the air, but nothing that would make you think that there's some sort of gas or anything like that. And there's definitely not a kind of major explosion damage anywhere.
I think
So we gotta simmer down, you said, Dave?
Yeah, we got to simmer down. From Anonymous, thank you very much, Anonymous, for the donation. We appreciate you very much.
So you can keep the simmer down in your pocket, and you can apply it when you feel like it later when you need it.
Okay.
So what would you like to do?
I think when this door opens, I think Tate sees his body, sees it's still breathing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he will, no questions asked, he'll take the card in his hand still, put it into the duster, run up, and rush over to this person. He will kneel down. He's got a couple of, and Bleak, I'm not sure if these are what I think they are, but in his inventory, he's got something called an instant fix. Is that kind of like a med kit?
Yeah, so it's basically when someone's broken, it gives you an advantage on your medic. It's basically like medical glue that you can close wounds with. So if you want to do a medical test, a medical check around, because this person's obviously broken, you could bring them back to not being broken, and that will give you an advantage on the roll.
Yeah, let's give that a shot.
Any sign of noxious gas?
I'm covering up my
Nope.
nose and mouth.
None at all.
So much for that noxious gas, huh, Miss Vickers? Maybe your team vented the lab.
So while Oberson is tending to this, what did the rest of you do?
Vickers is kind of going to be standing in the back with Stanley at her side as everyone is going inside. She's going to kind of pull Stanley to the side and whisper to him, where were we at on that data extraction, Stanley?
About 15 minutes left. It should be done just around the same time as the evac comes in. They're having some
Wonderful.
difficulty. The storm seems to have picked up a little bit, but they say that they'll be here on time.
Good. Thank you, Stanley.
Question for you.
Right.
Knowing that, I mean, getting an intuition that there's a cover up going on with the hard drives being pulled from the servers, you know, some of the chicanery that's going on with the interactions. I'm going to try to not only continue with this searching for this particular file, but also looking for any major changes in upload or download of data that are happening, and try to intercept
right now,
if possible.
Yeah, right now, what's happening right now is they're not sending anything at all. They're just physically taking the servers right now.
Okay.
So there's no real
servers are coming offline though, correct?
Yeah.
Would that be something that he could potentially detect as because he's also in their system right now to some extent?
Yeah, there's you can certainly detect it, but you know it's happening. I'm just tell me what it is that you're trying to
just gathering evidence of maybe a cover up, and then also I'm looking specifically for the Prometheus files.
Yeah, so I know you got the success on that, and I haven't forgotten you. When the time is right,
okay,
you will get that information. What I want to know is, does anyone go into the laboratory is what I want to know, or are you all just standing at the door?
I mean, I think Tate would be inside.
All right, so you blew up this person, and you walk in. When you get in here, you notice that there's a number of people that have been killed. There's blood sort of everywhere. There's machinery that's still kind of going everywhere, and there's a little bit of damage. You can clearly see where there was an explosive set out, but it doesn't look like it created a ton of damage. It looks like it was centered around this area here. And it looks like one of these bodies tried to cover the explosive, maybe, so that the explosive didn't have as much of a impact or force as it could have had. Like they were trying to blow up this part of it.
I think Oberson is going to call over the other three. Take a big breath, inhale, exhale.
So,
seems safe enough.
Vickers and Palmer, you're surprised there's no gas either. Like you were expecting fire, gas, explosion, all that, and that's clearly not the situation here. So tell me, what do you do? Each one of you. Let's go around. Oberson, what are you doing?
Oberson is going to move up and investigate this area where they tried to blow something up or tried to destroy something here.
Gaff.
Gaff is going to walk in just inside the door, kind of standing at the doorway, watching his partner to make sure that he's not in danger, but also kind of keeping an eye on Palmer and Vickers.
Palmer?
Palmer's going to get to his feet and kind of just peer into the room, and I'm going to try and look beyond. They're focused on the wounded technician. I want to look like kind of into the room and try and get a better sense of what the hell's going on past them.
All right. Give me an observation roll, and Vickers.
She's standing at the back with Stanley, letting the cops do what they came to do. She can't stop them at this point. They've gotten inside, and now that she knows that there is no dangerous gas in there and the company has also lied to her, she's not entirely comfortable with going inside the room.
Give me an observation roll also.
Okay.
Bleak, are there any computer terminals that are still operational, or is it kind of a...
Yeah, there are, but as you're moving in, okay, so let me go around here and sort of tell you what each of you find. Crombie, you're going to approach that. So as far as you, what did you get on your observation, David Palmer?
6 and an 8.
I'm going to use a advantage on mine as well.
Okay. 6 and an 8. That's excellent. So you get 2 successes. It looks like a combat zone is what it looks like. It doesn't look like there was an explosion or anything. It looks like there was a major fight here, and that someone took out all these people. Dave, just as you're kind of looking for a computer thing, you get a ding on your computer, and you get a note that says Prometheus file accessed. And then you see a bunch of gibberish kind of scroll through, and you see a map that looks like maybe like a solar system kind of map or something like that. And then your screen turns blank and it says access denied. And you see this appear on your screen.
He'll just kind of mutter under his breath, Wayland-Yutani Corp.
Have I ever heard of that?
No. No clue. Crombie, as you approach the table there, you see on the table in front of me, there appears to be what looks like 2 gigantic eggs. But like very big, like about this tall. Kind of brown with like veiny stuff on them. There's another 2 of them on either side, but they look like they've been broken and opened up, and you can see like green goo sort of covering all of it. As you're,
sorry, go ahead.
no, sorry. As you're keeping an eye, Vickers, on sort of what's going on, you notice on the ground the lab technician looks up at you and grabs you and goes, "Get out of here!" And as he says that, he starts spitting out blood. And as this blood starts spitting out, you see his shirt starts to move, like there's something that's trying to punch its way out of his chest. And suddenly, with an explosion of gore and blood, the shirt rips open, and the head of this strange creature looks almost like a giant phallus, really, just covered in slime and gore, and what looks like razor sharp rows of metallic teeth, just hisses at you. Behind you, you hear gunfire. And on that note, we will take a short break.
Oh, here we go.
No.
God damn it.
Hell yeah. Here we go.
Oh no.
On that note, we'll take a short break. Hey, thank you so much. We got a ton of really cool donations coming in. We super appreciate it. Don't know exactly. We'll come back and do the tally of what we've gotten so far. And as soon as we come back, we will also do the first drawing for the first gift pack, which we can now come out and clearly say that is the core rulebook for the Blade Runner game, but also the core rulebook for the Alien game by Free League Publishing. So it'll be a bundle of those two games. We will do that as soon as we return from break. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We will be back very shortly. Thanks for the donation, everything. Thanks to my players. Pretty awesome. All right. We'll come back and play a completely different game.
Before we go, I just want to say big shout out to No Kid Hungry, who is now in the chat. So thank you very much, No Kid Hungry, for the work that you and your team does. We are honored to support your efforts. So thank you so much. And we'll be back in a couple minutes. See you soon. Hey everybody, we're back.
We are. Pay suckers and all.
We're gonna draw a winner, right? Is that what we're gonna do? We're gonna give some stuff away.
A wiener?
Big shout out to Free League Games for the donations. So we're doing a giveaway right now. We're gonna do a second giveaway at the end of the session to get a chance to win. Every $5 that you donate to No Kid Hungry earns you one chance to win. So we've got all the folks who have donated so far. For each of those $5, you have one chance to win. I'm going to roll a random number to select the winner. We have 16 chances to win right now, so it's going to be a number between 1 and 16 if this all works the way it's supposed to. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Okay. Hold on a sec. That didn't work.
Bugs in the system.
Yeah, there's a bug.
So to speak.
Maybe there's baby aliens.
Random
in the
number
system?
13. Myriad X is the winner. Myriad X. So congratulations, Myriad. You have won.
Yeah.
Number one winner right there. And we will do it again at the end of the session. So congratulations.
Congrats.
Hell yeah.
You get the Blade Runner core book and the Alien core book PDF. And we'll do another one later. So you too can play a game where you get to eat your friends. All right. y'all ready to go back into this?
Let's
Let's
do it.
do it.
Ready as
Let's
I'll ever be.
go.
All right. So, as you make all these discoveries, so we'll come back to Vickers as you see this thing pop out of the chest of the technician that's on the ground, and you see the light go on his eye, and this thing comes out and it darts at you. So it will just attempt to hurt you a little bit as it goes by. You can go ahead and roll an agility and mobility if you want to try and get out of the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll that at advantage.
You can go for it.
Let's find all these dice. The fuck are my dice? All right. Oh my god, that's a 1, 2, and a 4.
All right. As this thing comes out and darts between your legs, it takes a bite out of the inside of your leg, and you feel
Well.
this pain as it feels like all these serrated knives just kind of digging into the back of your leg and just ripping a huge chunk. You scream and you fall to the ground. You see this thing kind of skitter away, and it runs off and it dives into. There's like a ventilation shaft nearby, and it just sort of dives into it right away. As you guys are inside, you hear her scream, and you turn around, and just in time to kind of see her fall. You take 1 point of damage, so 1 point off of your health.
Yep.
As she's going on clutching her leg, what do you do, Dave?
Gaff?
Real Dave, not fake Dave.
Sorry, yeah, so Gaff.
All right. Do I have first of all, is the download complete or the data collection?
So something happened. It said access denied,
Oh, yeah.
and your computer shut down, and then there's just this thing kind of like almost as like a slap in the face that popped up
All right.
in front of your face.
I'm gonna pull the data stick out and drop the Quasar 7, and I'm gonna pull out my PKD blaster, and I'm gonna see if there's a target to aim at. Anything that is I've never discharged this thing in the line of duty before, so I'm a little nervous. But I'm gonna look for a target. What do I see?
You see Vickers is on the ground holding her leg. You hear gunfire in the hall behind her.
Shit.
You hear something screaming, and you hear automatic gunfire going on. That was Gaff, and then Oberson. What is Oberson doing? Actually, before Oberson, let me get to Palmer first.
Palmer goes right into his holster and pulls out his big honking pistol, and he says, "What was that?" And then he looks at Miss Vickers and he's like, "Do you know?"
So feel free to move your character tokens about on the map at this point if you want to go somewhere. So you turn towards her and you ask. And
Yeah, in fact, what I'm
going
going to do is go to her because she's hurt, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go to her and try to help. Not help, but I draw my gun, I walk to her and ask her if she knows what's going on.
Crombie, what do you want to be doing?
Yeah, I think Oberson had that same instinct of the door open, saw the guy on the ground, went to help. Just heard Vickers shout. He is going to rush over there and try to help. And I imagine he sees her on the floor. He says, "I've got you, babe," and we'll pull out
Son of
the
a
other one of
bitch.
his.
Gross.
Give me an
Instant-
observation roll as you say that, as you turn around and pull out the gun and go, "I got you, babe." Give me an observation roll.
Observation, you got it.
Yeah.
That is an 8. Okay.
Is that a Sonny Bono reference?
Yeah.
No.
That is 11 total. 7 and a 4.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see one of the remaining eggs that's there. The top seems to open like flaps. Just slowly, like, kind of open up. And you see movement. What do you want to do?
Well, it looks like everyone else is taking care of Vickers. He'll turn around.
So
and check
something
that
jumps
out.
at you. As you are worrying about Vickers, this thing comes out of this egg that was opening up. It looks like some sort of giant tarantula kind of action. And it's got this long tail that's trailing behind, and it jumps, and it's coming right for your face. So you can do a agility and mobility test to try and duck away from it.
Agility, mobility, you got it.
Yeah.
That is 2 6s.
Ah!
I swear.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Absolutely. These things are so nasty.
No.
Don't worry, I
I'm-
have more toys from aliens around me in this room. So
What did you get?
Around you,
Crombie?
in you.
You got 2 6s, right?
Oh,
For
whoops.
12.
All right.
Yep.
That came out weird.
Lucky. So first of all,
Weird.
take a 1 stress level.
Not wrong.
You got it.
Add 1 to your stress as this thing just comes at you. And at the last second, you just kind of dodge, and you just feel its legs kind of hit your face wetly and kind of try to hang on. It's clear this thing was going right for your face, and you see you just kind of hang, and it rolls off your shoulder and it hits the ground. Let's do initiative. So everyone roll a d10 for your initiative.
Oh my god. 8.
Oh,
it's a
we want
7.
low, right? Low is good, right?
Yeah, we start number 1. 1 goes first. Yeah.
I got a 2.
And with 1 point of stress, do I also roll a 6 on a d6?
No, not on
this?
the initiative. No. Not on
Okay.
the-
Wait, I didn't get a go on the round of what everybody wants to do there. I'm
Yeah. All right. What would you like to do? My
Excuse
thing was you were
me.
falling in pain. No, my thing was that you were falling on the ground in pain. They were reacting to that. That was my thing. But I'm
Oh,
happy
that's
to-
fair. Okay, all right, okay.
I'm happy to give you a go for it. Go for it.
What's the instant fix do?
The instant fix
Mhm.
does. It doesn't do anything for you right now because you have to be broken. You mean the glue?
Yeah, I can't.
No. So the instant fix, yeah, not the glue. The instant fix. Hold on. The instant fix.
I can't remember what that did.
Is it a healing potion? I think that's what.
That's what I was hoping for.
No,
Maybe
it's not a
point of
healing
health
potion.
back. A little go-go juice so I can get the fuck out of here.
No, hold on. I'll tell you what it does in a second. I should have it on the cheat sheet.
Guys, we're less than $500 away from our
Wow, amazing.
updated goal.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're at 3120 right now.
So
Nice.
instant fix, health pill. You're right. Health pill, decontamination pill, and painkiller immediately heals a point of health. You can only use 1 per shift.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
Pop
pop
it.
that now. Get that health back and kind of dull the searing pain shooting through my body right now.
No problem.
Yeah.
All right, so
very
you do
important
that.
stuff.
Totally, you do that. Cool. All right. Do me a favor, and on your little character,
Mhm.
you left click on your character. It'll pull up a label. Write your initiative.
Where?
Looks like a 1 for Oberson. So Oberson, you go first. So this thing is clittering on the ground. Clittering.
It's what?
Oh? Did someone
Is that a-
tickle it just right? What's happening?
That's a very specialized technique.
Yeah, only facehuggers can do it.
In glitter.
The thing is on the ground next to you. What would you like to do?
The PKD FKM 890 is already primed. It was already cocked before we even went into this room. Without a second thought, he is going to turn and fire at this
All right.
thing on the ground.
Go for it. So you're going to roll your agility and your agility and your shooting, I guess. What's the agility and firearms?
Firearms. You got it.
So make an agility and firearms now because you are stressed. Let me just double check the stress roll. When doing something important or risky, roll number 6. Yes, so you add 1d6. Since you have 1 point of stress, you add 1d6 to the roll.
Okay.
If you get a 6 out of it, it counts as a success. If you get a 1, then we're going to see if you have to make a panic roll.
Okay, perfect. If it's between 1 and 6, do I still add it to the total?
No, it's just if it's 1 and
separate?
6, it's just, you just ignore it.
Perfect. Okay, so that is a 10 and a 4 for 14, and a 3 on the panic die. So
right, so you don't add the dice, right? 10 and 4 are 2 separate results.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so 10 and 4.
Yeah, so 4 is a miss, 10 is 2 successes.
Okay.
All right. And what did the die 6 come up with?
3. A 3 for the die 6.
No problem. You turn around, you unload the gun with 2 successes. You get to do the base damage of the gun plus 1 damage. What's the base damage of your gun?
Base damage is for the sonic round. That will be damage 1.
Damage 1. Plus 1, so that's 2 damage. The bullet hits this thing and literally bounces off its carapace as it just goes ching, and you can see like a little bit of scorch mark, but the bullet just rolls right off its back like water.
Oh God,
you get to move if you want. You get to move if you want.
Yeah, he will get away from this thing. He will go as far as he can to still protect Gaff. Maybe just standing in the doorway here and just shout, back up, back up.
All right, no problem. I didn't roll an initiative for my thing. Okay. And next, after that, at 2 is David Palmer.
I've got my gun out. I don't like taking no for an answer. I'm going to try and shoot that thing as well with my 357 Magnum.
Yeah, all right. Go for it.
Okie
So
doke.
your agility plus your firearms.
Alrighty, that is a D10.
Thanks, weirdo.
And a D12. So let's.
8 and Byron with advantages from Weirdo. Thank you very much,
Nice.
damn Weirdo.
And where it always comes through.
I got a 5 and an 8.
All right, so the 5's no good. The 8 is a success. What's the base damage of your weapon?
2.
2, same thing. You fired. You're firing a Magnum. This thing, like, stops freaking bulls. And you fire this thing, and you guys hear this loud gunshot. And same thing, it hits this thing, and it pushes it back. It skitters off. But the bullet just completely bounces off its armor. It does skitter back, though, under the force of that blow. Would you like to move?
Yeah. Oh, for sure I would. Yes, I sure would. I'm going to. Oh my gosh. I'm going to move down. Oh, no, that's a dead end, isn't it? Is this the way out?
There's corridor on either end.
I'm just going to move back here and keep my gun trained on it.
No problem. At 7, both Vickers and the facehugger go. So I'll let Vickers go first.
Yeah,
It
she's
looks like
going.
it's like coming your way, like towards you guys.
Beautiful. Well, good thing I have 2 meat shields in my way. She's going to stand and start following David out the door while calling back to the others. Let's get out of the room, shall we? Perhaps shut the door behind us. And that's going to be my turn. Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to say you could shut the door.
I think that she realizes that Gaff is useless, but Oberson could actually benefit her because he has a very large gun and she can hear gunshots going on behind her as well. So she wants him out that door. She didn't care what happens to Gaff, but she very specifically wants him out that door. Especially with his little look he gave her earlier, she might be able to use that to her advantage as well. So
Awesome.
yeah.
All right. So at 7 also, the facehugger just starts skittering and just like incredibly fast, just rushing back towards you. I'm going to have you be the architect of your own doom, Crombie. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
Yep, you got it. That is a 4.
A 4. The facehugger leaps and tries to catch its victim with its tail whipping violently.
Bye-bye.
As it jumps at you, it grapples your arm with its tail. Your arm becomes completely entangled in this tail. You can't use any held item. All right. So first off, let's see if it's your gun arm.
Okay.
Oh God.
All right. So I'm going to roll a d6. 1 to 3, it's your gun arm.
Okay.
Okay. 2, it's your gun arm. So your gun arm is completely entangled in this thing. It's kind of like folded it back, and it's kind of wrapped around here, and you discharging your gun would just sort of send it anywhere. So I'm going to need you to make a panic roll. Now you only have the 1, so it's probably not going to be too bad. But to roll panic, roll for panic. To do. Roll 1d6 and add your stress level to it.
Okay. So I've got 1 stress. I've rolled a 3 on the die, so that's 4 total.
4. All right. You don't panic. You manage to keep your calm as this thing is wrapped around you and is trying to claw over to your face. You manage to keep your calm and not lose your shit. I will say, Dave, sorry, not Dave, but Gaff, as you're standing right next to him, and now you see this thing just kind of come super fast, jump up, leave, wrap around him. I will say you take a point of panic, a point of stress, as you see this, as you are confronted with this thing. And go ahead and tell me what you want to do. You can move, Crombie, with your action. You've done your action already. So, Dave, tell me what you want to do.
All right, so this facehugger creature is on
Oberson,
right?
It's wrapped up around its arm, and it's kind of trying to climb over to its face.
I'll take a step back, like tripping maybe a little bit over the body. Look, hold still. And I'm going to take a shot at it.
All right, so here's your choice. You can either shoot without a penalty, but then we'll roll half and half if you hit Crombie or the thing, or you can take a bane on your roll, and if you miss, you won't hit Crombie.
Let's go with the former. This is his first time discharging a weapon.
Yeah.
Roll to hit. Roll to hit first. It's your agility and your firearms.
Remind what I'm rolling firearms, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
D10. Don't worry, Oberson. Don't worry, Oberson. I got it.
Crack shot.
Game over, man. Game over. I just failed.
Fail the roll. All right, the shot just goes wide. Oberson, you just feel it like kind of just roof. Like it hits your hat flies off your head.
I think Oberson just shouts out,
go ahead.
brains blazing, not guns.
and Gaff is just gonna like stumble over this body, and with the rest of my turn, just like move out the door.
All right, you move out the door, no problem. Back to 1.
Oberson. That is okay. So Oberson has an ability called martial arts to have advantage on hand-to-hand combat rolls, and this feels very, very thematic.
Yeah, I got you. So what do you want to do?
I'd like to try to slam this thing against the wall next to me to try to get it to let go.
Okay. So go ahead. So you're going to roll your whatever skill you have for your strength, and then whatever skill you have for your opposed hand-to-hand, and you're going to add whichever one is the lowest dice. You're going to add another one of those. For your advantage, you can blow another advantage if you want and get another dice.
So we will go for broke here.
All right, and then add your stress dice.
Okay, you got it. Okay, so that is so I add the lowest dice twice.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be 4 3 times because of the 2
Okay.
advantages, a 5, and then a 1 on the stress dice.
A 1 on the
Oh
stress
no.
dice. A 1 on the stress dice. So you rolled a 1 on the stress dice. You may panic roll. Did any stress dice come up a 1? Yes. Make a panic roll. So you roll 1 dice and you add your current stress level. So your d6 plus 2.
D6 plus 2. That is 2 plus 2 for 4.
All right, 4. You're fine. You can resolve your action normally. So you're still not panicking, but you didn't get any successes on the thing. Would you like to push your roll?
Yes. Yes, I would.
All right. So first of all, you're pushing your roll. You take 1 point of stress.
Stress to 3.
And yeah, and now you get to re-roll everything that wasn't a 1, except that you have to roll 3 stress dice now.
3 stress dice now. You got it. Okay. Stress dice, just for the record, 3, 3, 5, and got a 6 on the D12 and a 3 on the D8.
All right, so the 6 is a good hit. So you managed to smash this thing into the side of the door. What is your damage?
That is
On
a good
brawl?
question. On brawl.
Yeah, so I think it's just. What's your strength?
Sorry. Strength is D12.
D12. All right, so look, I'll give you 2 damage on it.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
So this is what happens. You push this thing, you slam it against the thing, and it doesn't do anything as far as the carapace still takes the hit, and it doesn't seem to be. But because of your prodigious strength and the fact that it's wrapped around you, when you slam it there, you rip out the tail, and this green ichor-like blood splashes all over, lands on your arms, and you feel this intense burning pain as acid is starting to rip and burn down into your arm. So take 1 point of damage. You have to get your jacket off. Like it's on there. It's starting to burn into your arm. If you don't take the jacket arm off, it's just going to keep doing damage to you.
It's his dad's jacket, but he'll take it off.
No problem. You pop it off, so you have no more armor. Things are going swimmingly. Do you want to move? You get to move.
All the way down that hallway.
You pull out, this thing is on the ground. It's kind of like, it's spraying this juice everywhere it hits. It starts to burn. It's acid. It starts to burn through everything. It looks like it still wants to skitter towards you, though. At 2 would be David Palmer.
Can we shut this door?
Yeah, you can. You just have to go up to it.
All right, I'm going
press
to
the
do
button.
that. I'm going to go up to it and push a button.
Push the button. This thing is coming at you. And just as it jumps at you and it's coming at you, take a point of stress as you see this thing just kind of skittering up and about to jump. You hit the door and the door closes and kind of hits it. And it spins back inside the thing and the door closes. And you can see where it hit it. Some of that green ichor is eating through the corner of the door.
What the hell was that thing? What are you doing in here?
It must be proprietary.
Proprietary? It's gonna kill everyone.
I can't argue with that. I want to move further away from the door.
Miss Vickers,
Not a
you
problem.
said there was a way out.
So look, we'll say that you make it, I'm sorry, we'll just say you go down the corridor and make it back into the first lab and sort of hide out there. You don't hear gunfire anymore coming from down here. Just
Oh, good. Yeah.
Is Stanley still with me?
Yeah, Stanley's still there. Stanley's like
Perfect.
pale as a ghost, just like
She's ignoring questions coming from all sides, and she just kind of snaps to Stanley. Stanley, I need you to focus. Can you get in contact with anyone upstairs? She slaps him. Stanley, focus.
Yeah, sure. Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I think I'm gonna be sick. And he hands you his thing. When you look at the data pad, you see the cameras from upstairs. You see people ripped, torn apart. There's blood everywhere. You can see some gunfire coming down one of the hallways over there. And you very briefly catch moving super quickly. You see something that looks like this as it just skitters very quickly along the wall, and you see it climb up onto the ceiling and disappear down the hall, and you can see gunfire coming from that, and there's just dead bodies and sort of blood everywhere upstairs.
He's gonna look back up from the pad. Well, there's two ways out of this facility.
Stanley.
Upstairs, there's a shuttle. I'm able to pilot this shuttle, but she looks back down to the pad and then back up. I don't know if going upstairs is the best decision right now.
What about going downstairs? What do we if we go down?
There's tunnels that go to the mainland.
Those tunnels can get us
Stanley,
back.
she
Yeah.
hands the pad back to Stanley. Bring up the tunnels. I need to know what it looks like down there.
He, moves some stuff and hits somebody, and he shows you, and you see downstairs, and the downstairs is basically this kind of very industrial area. It looks like warehouses, things of that nature, and then there's like a weird sort of pool of just a lot of the toxic shit that they're evacuating out of here straight into the ocean through here. And then you see the big entrance to the tunnel. You don't see anything other moving or anything else out here on that video from downstairs.
She's gonna look to David. David, I assume that your team did a full sweep upon arrival.
I think that's a safe assumption. They would have. Yeah. They're professionals. Yeah.
And you would have knowledge from this sweep. Is there a door that would shut us off once we get into the tunnels?
That's a good question.
There are plenty of doors along the way.
Yeah, there's plenty of doors.
You say as you see the acid slowly eating at the one that you closed down the hall.
I mean, do you think these things can bleed out, you guys? I mean, come on.
Anything's possible. Oberson, are you okay?
I know I could bleed out.
Oh, Oberson.
She's gonna look to Oberson. I need you fully functioning, Oberson, here. And she's gonna hand him an instant fix.
Absolutely.
She
we'll
looks
take
back
it.
to David. She says, how soon do you think we can get down to the tunnels? How fast? What's the route?
I think we can go. I can lead you. Yeah, but
Start leading the way, David. Let's go. No time to talk.
quick question, Bleak.
Yeah.
I know from previous information that one of the technicians who died was a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I know something about her, presumably her quarters. They wouldn't happen to be between where we are and the tunnels, are they?
So the quarters are upstairs. All the crew quarters are upstairs.
Okay.
There's you're on the main floor. There's a floor upstairs. So just to give you kind of a basic idea. So the floor upstairs has the cantina, the crew quarters, and it's got the shuttle bay, and it's got the maintenance area, and it's got the control center. The main floor has the labs, the all the office places, things of that nature. Downstairs has a warehouse. It's got a place where we were talking about earlier. You asked me if that meant that people were asleep.
Right.
So that's down there, and then it's got access to the tunnels. The main floor has the security room, the security corridor, monitoring. It's got a security weapons locker. There's an office bullpen. There's a manufacturing room. There's access to elevators that go up. There's access to stairs that go down. There's the comm room, the server farm, the med bay, which you're near, lab 1 and lab 2, which you are near, and a lab 3, which is not on any official.
So we're in the middle level right now?
Yeah.
I see. Okay. And upstairs, is the quarters, and where was the
cantina and the shuttle stuff
and where was the weapon?
on this floor.
Okay.
You have to go back.
I can lead the way, but a couple things. There's well, you know what? Actually, does anybody need any gum? I need a refresher. What,
David, there is a creature currently shooting acid and eating through the door. If you could hurry up and move along, that would really benefit us right now. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, no problem. And so here's what I was thinking. I hand the gun to Oberson. Is my gum shtick good enough to qualify for my small talk power that can... So it reduces the stress level of everyone by 1.
Nice.
Huh? Pretty good
Okay.
gum, huh? Okay. So as I'm chewing, I say, a couple things we should know before we get out of here. I'm all for fleeing. There's a weapons locker on this floor. Our guns are useless against this thing, but there's more powerful weapons in there we might want to grab. Second, one of the dead technicians is my friend, Dr. Lydia Schofield, and she told me that if anything ever happened to her, that I should get something in her quarters, and that's on the 3rd, that's upstairs. So that could help with the mystery of like what these things are, if we want. Otherwise, we could just go.
I mean, the mystery is solved. They're murder machines.
Okay, we could just go. I don't need to stay. I got 4 kids, man. I don't want to die here. I wouldn't mind, all things being considered, being maimed here, but I gotta go. Like, we gotta go.
David, I just saw the feed going on upstairs. I don't think it's a good idea that we go up there. We need to leave now.
Okay. Then just one last question. That wound that you had that you patched up, 2 questions about it. Is it okay? Are you feeling okay?
I feel fine.
Okay. Secondly, would that count as a maiming technically, do you think? Did that sort of superficial wound?
Miss Vickers, you said there's something going on upstairs?
So I want to stress that. Sorry, it's not upstairs. The killing you saw is on this floor. It's in the main area.
Okay.
Oh, it's not above us.
No, it's on the main area.
Okay.
Sorry,
Key piece of
misspoke.
information.
It's
Yeah.
in the house.
Miss Vickers,
yeah.
you're saying that this is not the only creature? The creature that we've just secured temporarily behind this door, this is not the only one?
That thing came out of an egg. There were 4 eggs.
There's something much larger on this station right now.
All right, who's for the tunnels? Shall we? Let's go to the tunnels, y'all.
It's time to go.
Okay, but again, about that, was that a maim? Would you say?
So as you head back,
It took a chunk out of my leg, David. Yes.
Okay, good. Okay.
I'm assuming you're gonna go into stealth mode. You're gonna try to be careful. Are you moving or are you fucking YOLOing it?
YOLO. I'm YOLO.
I think we would YOLO it if I mean.
Yeah, I feel like we would. Yeah, I feel like,
I think we need one more
especially
scare
after
before we
what
get scared.
she saw on the screens, she's instantly going to look at David and be like, "Take point. You're leading us to where we need to go." She's going to turn to look to Oberson and say, "You've got our back, right?"
Absolutely.
Did you drop your gun?
Would he have dropped his gun in that conflict? With the panic and the
it was
stress of
around
the
your
moment?
arm. Let's see. Give me a well, let's just see if you did.
Does it even matter?
That is the question.
Go ahead and give me a force roll. We'll make it easy on you.
Force roll.
Strength plus force.
You got it. 2d12.
And don't forget your stress dice.
Ah, yes.
But you are
Wouldn't want to forget that.
stressed by 1.
Down to 2. Oh, shit. Okay, that is 6 on one of the stress dice, a 1 on one of the d12s, a 4 on the other d12, a 4 on another stress dice. So 4 and a 6 on the stress, 1 and a 4 on the d12s.
Yeah, so the 6 on the stress only adds to your success if you get a regular success, because it only counts as a stun. So yeah, you dropped your gun in there,
Here,
unfortunately.
take mine. Oberson, take mine. I'm shit with this thing.
Done.
So you run back. The first thing as you're going out of the lab and you come across the security guard that was with you. You find him completely eviscerated, like there's some giant spear-like thing that came in behind him and punctured him all the way through, and you see like his chest is completely open as he's lying there. He does have an assault rifle. That's
I'll grab that.
How about we trade? You want to take my pistol? I can take that.
No, I'm good with this.
Okay.
That's the right move. Hell yeah.
So,
Thanks, Tate.
yeah, so Dave, it does 2 damage, and the crit die is 10, but it's capable of full auto fire, which is what's good about it.
Oh, yes.
That's gonna kill. One of us is gonna.
All
get
of us
killed
are
with
about to die.
Yeah, Vigors is instantly uncomfortable.
that gun. One of us is gonna get killed with that gun.
I would like to use this opportunity to pull rank.
Go for it.
And I look to Gaff and say, you have no business discharging that firearm. I've already seen what you can do with a firearm. I believe you should give that to my head of security now.
So I'm gonna waive the penalty that you have for someone outside of your thing, because now at this point you're kind of like a unified group as you're trying to go somewhere, so you're just asserting your leadership in a group. So go ahead and make your rolls straight up. So what is your roll?
It's manipulation.
It's like-
So empathy manipulation,
He's like, yeah, it's kind of cool.
right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and seeing this fucking goon over here, I'm gonna
So, yeah, so roll-
use an advantage on this roll as well.
So you're gonna roll
Damn.
your command, so empathy and command. Dave, you're gonna roll your manipulation,
Em-
so empathy and manipulation.
Okay, all right. The
Oh
command.
yeah.
that
Oh
is-
yeah. Oh no. Mm-mm.
That's a 12, a 5, and a 2 for me.
Nah. 4 and a 2 for me.
All right. So unfortunately, using this power means that you will follow orders and perform a specific action doing this. So you will give her the gun. You get a point of stress creep. For
You
using
ordered
it.
That's
him to
Totally
give me the
fine. I
gun.
will take the stress to not get shot in the back of the head.
Yeah, so you hand it to Eric's character.
I'll give
Yeah.
him my 357 Magnum.
Yeah.
No one should be unarmed
Ooh.
here. Yeah. You have to
I'm gonna-
take off the safety.
Please stop
gonna-
swinging that
I'm gonna
thing
spin
around.
the chamber.
No, oh jeez.
God.
I like use my finger and like push the barrel of the gun away from Miss Vickers.
Oh.
He's just absentmindedly
Sorry
aiming
about
at her. Don't
really-
put your finger on the trigger unless you are going to shoot.
Got
And
it.
you really shouldn't be looking down the barrel of it either.
Oh god.
As you step out of
There's a
the
kid. Oh, never mind.
as you step out of the lab, one of the things you notice is that there is a ventilation shaft, and the grill that's in front of it has been completely torn open by something that is extremely powerful, and you can see that there's like greenish acid, and that
Oh.
the metal is sort of burning. And you get out of here. You find yourself next up as you move out into the med ward. The med ward does have an elevator that goes up. If you're interested in that.
We're not.
Well, wait a minute. Bleak lied to us and said that the shit was happening upstairs. What's happening on the
misspoke.
level that we were on?
Oh, do you want to go upstairs now?
We could get your friend's thing.
Yeah.
We could get your friend's thing. I can pilot a ship. I'm super smart. Don't worry about it.
And if you
Let's do
die, I can pilot the ship as well. So that's good.
Yep. Great. Cool. Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Let's
And
hope.
if both of you die, I'm a great pilot.
I'm sure you are
Good.
in your
Good, then we're
mind.
covered. Let's go upstairs.
I don't
want to
have
get stuck in a
specific-
tunnel with these creatures that can climb on the frigging ceiling.
All right, so you pile into.
I got 4 kids I got to get back to.
You call the elevator. You wait a little bit, then ding. and
I
doors
want to
open.
hold my machine gun out at the door when it opens.
It opens and surrenders immediately to you.
I'm not trying to get. Okay, great.
You get into the elevator. The doors close. It starts going up. You hear "Girl from Ipanema" playing. And then you hear
I never get
bonk
sick
as
of
something
this.
heavy falls on the ceiling, on the roof of the elevator, and you hear something moving up there, scratching against the metal. go ahead and give me stealth rolls. So for stealth, it's your agility plus your stealth. Don't forget to add your stress.
How do I do the stress? That's a...
You add 1d6 for each point of stress that you have.
Okay.
I got a 10 and a 6. I don't
Okay.
currently have stress because I'm cool as a cucumber.
I got a 6 and an 8.
Okay,
And I rolled a 5 on my stress.
that's good.
Got a 10 and a 5 on the stealth, a 5 and a 6 on the stress.
Oh, okay, so the 6 adds to your stealth. So your fucking stress is making you be extra quiet. You're like, and Gaff.
Actually, Gaff instinctively pulls the trigger of the 357.
Oh, God.
Fuck.
Oh, my God.
I did not get a success on either die, but he's just like.
Oh, my God.
The shot
just
rings
instinct.
out. The shot rings out, punches through the ceiling, and then you hear kind of a skittering upstairs. And then slowly you hear like a hissing sound, and you see slowly little droplets of viscous liquid start burning through
I hit it.
the ceiling and come down. Let's see. Let's just make sure that no one gets hit with it.
Oh, good.
Oh, look out.
I'm going to roll 4d6, and if I roll a 5 or 6, someone's getting hit by one of these things. No, you're lucky. So you kind of all move as these droplets come down. The elevator keeps going up.
Da, 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 da,
I think I killed it.
da, 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 da. I don't.
Then you hear a screeching noise, like metal on metal, and the elevator kind of bounces up and down a couple of times like this, and then stops, and the lights go out, and the power go out, and it... You're in this box. It's completely black. Everyone gets a point of stress.
Oh, great.
In fact, everyone give me a panic check. So you're going to roll a d6, and you're going to add your panic level to it.
Your panic level or your stress level?
Your stress level.
Your stress level, sorry.
That'll be a 7 for
I got a
Oberson.
3.
I got a 3.
I get a 4.
All right. You got a 7?
7.
You fucking panic. As you're standing there, panic just rolls over you. You start hyperventilating. You start just, this thing is right up there and it's going to reach out and it's going to eat you. And what happened to your armor layer and all that, you start panicking. When you start panicking, give me hold on.
You're good. No worries.
So you can be snapped out of your panic, by the way. So another PC can make a command roll to stop you from panicking. Otherwise, it takes 5 to 10 minutes without anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab him by the collar of his shirt and push him up against the elevator.
Before you do that, just before you describe to us, Crombie, what happens when you start panicking.
I think Oberson, as you described, starts hyperventilating. He's got the pistol in his hand, and for a moment, while he's panicking, he resembles all of the skill and the experience with a firearm of Byron Gaff.
Oh my god.
All the training out the window. He's wildly pointing the gun around. No.
All right, he looks like he's going to lose it. You going to try to talk him down?
Yeah, Eleanor is gonna just like get right up in him and grab him by the shirt and try to like push him against the elevator and be, Oberson, I need you to fucking focus right now. What is that? Okay, how many? I have so many advantages, so I'm just gonna keep fucking rolling through these things. I'm gonna go
Thanks,
ahead and
chat.
roll with advantage on this because I need this to work. That's a 6, a 5, and a 4.
All right. The 6 is good enough. So with the 6, you manage to start taking some sensitivity. You start like coming back to your senses, Crombie, as Vickers. And what do you do, Vickers? Describe to us what you do to make him snap out of it.
Yeah, she's got her hand like in the collar of his tuxedo t-shirt. and she's kind of like, it's almost like she's strangling him against the wall this way and just snap the fuck out of it, like she's in his face right now. Like, I need you here, Oberson. Snap the fuck out.
I think Oberson goes from this panicked, wild, crazy look to like focusing in. And he's like, reminds me of another time. Ever tell you you've got
God
beautiful eyes?
Damn it. My Soviet happy pills, those reduce stress, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull one out of my pack and I'm gonna force feed it to Oberson.
All right.
And get like really close, like I'm like pushing it in his mouth and I'm really close to his face at this point, and I'm whispering to him so that hopefully no one else around me can hear, but if you get me out of this place, Oberson, I promise I'll take really good care of you. But you better fucking get me out of here. And then she's gonna pop one as well.
Nice. All right. As you calm him down, you hear again movement up there. You see now that the door, in when the elevator shut down, the door kind of, and in the sort of movement and everything, the door kind of jarred open a little bit, and you can see you're kind of like halfway to the next floor. You could conceivably try to drag the doors open and then open and try to climb out if you want.
Yeah, I think being pulled back to Oberson will kind of get back into it and say, I can get us out of here. And he will try to force open the door.
So give me a force check.
You got it.
The Soviet happy just takes 1 point of stress off, right, Blake? Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Stress
You guys
management.
remember also you have that simmer down that someone paid for earlier, right? If ever you want to get a good bunch of stress down.
Cool.
Good call. Okay. That is a 7 and 11. And then on the stress dice, 4 and a 2.
7, 11 says 3. You're nice. All right, good. So you managed to open it, the first one, and then while a couple of the other guys are kind of jamming it open, you reach up and you open it, and as you're pulling it open, it does this incredibly loud metal screeching noise, and you hear something on the rooftop start moving again, and you see this huge spike, kind of like on a tail, punches right through the ceiling of the elevator and starts to rip it, and you can see claws coming in, and this thing is trying to get in here with you. Let's do initiative. Right. So I don't have an elevator, unfortunately. But just write your initiative on your characters anyways on the map that's there. Have anything that kind of looks like an elevator that I could use? No, not really.
Theater of the mind.
Theater of the mind. All right, so who's got what?
I got a 6.
4.
7.
8.
All right. This thing is trying to get through. This thing is just ripping the roof of this elevator open. At 4, Crombie's character is still in the doorway, but you get to go. What would you like to do, Eric?
Can I run up and shove him through the doorway?
It's gonna be hard because it's kind of like halfway up. You could try to climb over him if you want, or you could try to like get under him and kind of hoist up. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
So give me a force check.
Okay. Okay, I got an 8 on the D8. I got a 4, and then my stress die was a 3.
All right, so good enough. So you kind of manage. You feel yourself kind of being lifted up, and you kind of fall on your stomach, like kind of crawling out of this elevator. Crombie, you managed to push him up. Do you want to move? What would you like to do? You can move.
Are you talking to me, or are you talking to Crombie?
Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
Eric.
I want to move into the hallway and like get some
I'm
distance.
gonna try to climb up over and get through it. I'll say you can do it, no problem. So you reach up, you climb out, and you're kind of half pulling yourself over him, and you end up in the hallway upstairs. Next, who's got the next highest initiative? 7, 6 would be Vickers.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Crombie's character's kind of like in the doorway on his stomach, and Eric has just climbed over him.
Okay. I am going to follow along in David's footsteps there. Does this climbing count as an action for my turn?
No, I didn't charge Eric as an action for it, so I'll say that you can move up and do it without too much of a problem if you give me agility and mobility roll.
Yeah.
And succeed at it, I'll say that it doesn't cost you an action.
Okay. That's a 6 and a 5.
Okay, you're good. You got a 6. You managed to climb out. It doesn't take you an action. What would you like to do?
I'm going to look. I'm going to look back in to this thing is trying to get through the ceiling right now,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
I'm going to look back in and I'm going to pull my gun out on Gaff, and I'm going to whisper down in Oberson's ear, sorry, babe. And I'm going to try to take out one of Gaff's legs. Leave him for bait.
You knew this was coming.
Agility plus
damn.
firearms.
Ouch.
And Gaff, you can give me a agility plus mobility to try and dodge that out of the way.
I don't have to outrun the
He
bear,
looks
I
up
just
just
have to
in
outrun
time
you.
to see her pushing the gun in his direction.
I'd like to say that I'm also going to use an advantage for this.
Don't forget to add your stress dice.
Yeah, don't
What
forget
the
to cool down right
fuck?
before you do it.
Oh man!
Use the party
okay.
cooldown.
What am I rolling, Bleak, against this
Agility
bullshit?
plus mobility
Fucking bullshit.
plus stress dice. If you have them.
I do have a point of stress.
Okay.
Remind me, how do the stress die work? If I roll a 6,
You roll an
it's
extra
Yeah, those are the
D6.
right dice.
You roll a 1,
It's a
something bad
fail.
happens.
a 1. Okay.
No, you don't fail the roll. It just you might panic.
Feels like
I
a
rolled
great
2
time too.
6s.
Oh, fuck you. I rolled 1 success.
You take 1 wound as this bullet shatters the front of your leg.
Oh my
You
god.
fall to the ground.
He's gonna turn the 357 and take a shot at her in response.
On his action.
Yep.
Yeah, which is coming up at 7, so it's fine. Go for it. So agility, and it didn't really take long for you guys to turn each other. Agility and firearms, and you can roll agility.
I still get movement, right?
No, because you moved to get out of the.
Okay.
It would at least cost you movement if it didn't cost
You know
an
what?
action.
Right. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna use an advantage on this one. 2 can play at this game. Vickers. What is that? What does advantage mean? I roll another one?
You roll whatever your lowest dice is of the
Yeah.
2.
Okay.
You roll another one on that, but you also roll your stress dice. And Vickers, you can roll your agility and mobility plus your stress dice.
Okay, to get out of the way of
Yeah.
this. Yeah. I'm gonna use an advantage to get out of the way of this as well. Thank you, Hannah, for all those fucking
Oh.
advantages.
I got 1 success and I rolled a 1 on my stress die.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I think your plan's working, Creep.
I got 1 success. Yeah.
All right. So you got 1 success. So
As long as I don't roll a 1 on my stress dice, I'm
That's right,
fine, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So the bullet hits you. You take 1 wound as the bullet hits you, like in the shoulder, and you kind of spin around and fall to the ground. You hit her, but Dave, make a panic roll. So roll d6 and add your current stress level to it.
I rolled a 6 on the die.
A 6 on the dice. And how much panic do you have? How much
I have
stress
1
do you have?
stress currently.
All right. So it's not too bad. So you get a 7. You get a nervous twitch. Your stress level and the stress level of all other PCs in short range of you increases by 1. So I will say that Eric is kind of far enough and sort of removed. He doesn't really he's just wondering what the fuck's going on, but definitely the 3 of you will get 1 extra point of stress as you fire wildly and it hit her. She hits you and then you shoot back and you hit her. Eric, you see Vickers just get shot and fall on the ground.
Vickers got shot and fell.
Mhm.
Yeah. I will give you your movement, Dave, if you want it at 7.
So I got a stress point out of that.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Um,
So you can
And
move.
1
You're not
health?
incapacitated or anything. You can move if you want.
is there
Sorry, and
anywhere
health,
to,
you took one damage.
Okay. Thank you.
is there anywhere to take cover? There's
You're
there's
in an
a,
elevator?
there's a
You're in
creature.
an elevator.
I know, that's
with
why I'm
a blown
asking.
out leg.
There's a creature coming in from the ceiling. I've got an
Yeah.
asshole shooting at me. Some corporate rat shooting at me.
Proved your partner right.
I know. I hate to say it.
You can try to climb out.
Climb up through the top.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ.
You can try to climb out of the
Yeah,
elevator.
I'm gonna try to get out of the elevator.
All right. So go ahead and give me agility plus mobility plus your stress dice.
Damn these.
How
stress
does
die.
that work with a blown out leg?
Not
It's
Because
not
you-
blown out. The damage doesn't until you take all your health points.
Okay.
You know, until you take all your health, you don't get a critical wound. And you're
Okay.
not broken. So 1 damage, it just means you know, like it was a grazer, it was a wound, but it's not debilitating.
So I got a 10 on my D10.
Nice.
Okay. On the D8 I got a 2, but I got another 6 on my stress die, which brings me up to an 8.
Okay, no, so your stress dice as a 6 counts as a success.
Okay.
All right, so you don't add it to anything. You never add any dice to anything here.
All right.
All right, so you got 3 success. So you pole vault out of there. You're like motherfucker. You climb up and you pull yourself up like you got the devil after you, and you do as you roll out of there. Literally, the ceiling gives way, and this creature falls down right inside the elevator with you. And what you see in the elevator right now is this gentle creature that
Oh, yeah?
just lands on all 4s and hisses at you. You all take a point of stress
Oh my god.
Damn
as you
it.
see this thing.
All of us?
All of you, as you
Okay.
see this thing, and it's coming. It jumps up over the side and it will attack probably Crombie, who's on the ground there, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So let's see what this thing will do. I will say it will attack one of you 3 that are in the front. So I will roll a d6. 1, 2, it's Dave. 3, 4, it's Creep, and 5, 6, it's Crombie.
I like this.
Now, Crombie, you're getting it. Give me a d6, Crombie, to be the architect of your own.
You
your
got
own
it.
new-
That's a 1.
A 1. It jumps up and it rears up in front of you, and it just, you know, like in the movies, like when it just kind of stands up, like it's been kind of low, and then it just kind of stands up and towers over you and looks down. It's using its hypnotic gaze. The xenomorph, eyeless as in steam, stares deeply into the soul of its victim. The victim is mesmerized by the dread beauty of such a beast. They stand in awe of what nature or God or the devil has created. You gain 1 stress level and you must immediately make a panic roll.
Absolutely. Yeah, so that puts me at a 5 stress.
Oh my god.
That's a 5 plus 5. That is a 10.
At
Uh-huh.
10,
Uh-huh.
you are frozen by fear or stress for
God.
1 round, losing your next slow action. Your stress level and the stress level of all PCs in short range of you increases by 1. So everyone
Good
gets a
God.
point of stress.
I'm at 4 right now. I'm gonna use my simmer down on my next turn.
You weren't affected by panic anymore, so you're okay. So everyone gets a point of stress as this thing just stands there, and you just see the biggest guy in your group, the muscle, the just frozen. And it's not that he's frozen because he's not cowering. He's looking at this thing like he's seeing God or something. You're like, what the fuck is going on? And this thing is just towering there over the lot of you. All right, back to the beginning of the round, and I think the first person to roll was you, Crombie. You are frozen. You lose your action. Eric.
I look at the shit show going on at the elevator. Just to recap, we have Vickers who shot a cop. We have that cop who's trying to scramble his way out of the elevator.
Allegedly.
Well, behind him,
allegedly, we all saw it go down.
our toughest
Allegedly.
character is making lovey-dovey eyes with an eyeless alien menace.
Smash.
That's what I'm seeing in front of me.
That's a pretty good recap.
Cool. I'm like, shuttle this way, and I run in the direction of the shuttle.
All right, you start running.
Actually, where is my friend's quarters relative to where I am and the
all
shuttle?
right, so let me show you where you are.
Yeah,
since
please,
you've
please,
gone
please.
up the floor. You now are in the cantina. Exactly. So you've popped out here. So you're there with her and with Crombie.
I think
you
that's
start-
not me that you took though.
No, I know. I am just pulling everyone on the thing. So you're
Okay.
here, Crombie. You're going to start running this
Okay.
direction. You're basically going up here. Where the fuck's the door? Door's over there. You're heading up to here.
Okay, and is that in the direction of my friend, or is
Yeah, the next
okay.
room over is the
Okay.
the crew
how
quarters.
far can I get? Have you moved me already, or is that?
No, I will move you in. We'll see that in a second. I just want to put our buddy there.
Oh,
Hey,
good.
what's up,
good. Oh,
guys?
he's large.
Buddy.
That's
What's
great.
up, guys? So you can move. What's your
there.
mobility?
That's a really excellent question. My mobility is presumably on my
Hey.
character sheet.
Thanks for the donation.
A D12 agility and D10 mobility.
All right, pretty good. So give me a roll of that. Add your panic dice, of course.
Oh, we got another simmer down. Thank you very much.
Panic die
You wanna
is
use the first one you have right now?
Can we?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
All right, so before you roll,
Okay.
everyone roll a d4 and lower your stress by that much.
2. I got 2.
Oh, great. One.
Oh no. Oh,
Okay, so I have 2 stress. What does that do in terms of dice again? Do I roll 2
You
dice?
roll
or do I...
2d6.
Okay.
Did you do the simmer down?
Yeah.
All right. So you have another simmer down in your pocket.
Oh, well, you'll be happy to know that one of those rolls was a 1. So
Nice.
the others were a 2 and a 1. Pretty good.
All right.
Pretty
so
proud.
you turn around to go, and you just nut yourself on the corner of one of the tables,
Oh,
right smack like at full velocity as you
Oh,
were
God.
spinning around. You did
I guess
roll
I'm
a
not going to
1.
have a 5th daughter, am I right?
That's right. That's out of the question now.
Hmm.
And now go ahead and make a panic roll. So roll 1 dice and add your current stress level.
1d6,
Yeah, 1d6 and add your stress level.
a total of 4.
All right, so you keep it together. You manage to keep your nerves in check. So you turn around and you slam yourself, the nuts right there, and you fall on the ground. Ah, God damn it. But you don't panic, which is good for you.
That is good for me.
Next up after that is, I don't remember what your initiatives were. I think
It's
It's
me.
Eleanor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
this thing is standing there just rearing up in front of you. Eric has started to kind of go off, and your cop friend is
Yeah, I'm gonna stumble up to my feet and start running after David.
Okay, give me an agility plus mobility roll and add your stress dice.
Okay. Oh, I keep wanting to roll the wrong dice for this. That's a 6 and a 3 and a 2.
All right, so the 6 is good enough. Are you gonna stop where David is, or are you gonna keep going?
I'm gonna make it to David and kind of like grab onto him and start
All right,
tugging
so
him
you can
along.
kinda
Let's go.
both together can kind of make it up to here since you got
Why,
a
Yeah.
thank you, Miss Vickers.
back
Don't
at
take me
the
too
okay.
soon, I guess. Shot a cop.
She just needs someone to draw behind her again when the thing catches up.
That's true.
Go ahead and Dave, Gaff, what do you got going on?
He looks over at Oberson and is like, she fucking shot me, man. She fucking shot me.
I don't think Oberson can say anything right now. He's transfixed.
Yeah.
The upside is you're maimed.
Yeah.
I
God
mean,
damn it.
I don't feel like there's a commendation coming for this one, but he's going to he's gonna keep moving, and he's gonna turn around and he's gonna take a shot at the xenomorph.
All right, so go ahead. So
Good luck with that.
Yeah, you can move. So
can I use my simmer down first to see if
you
I
want to
can
use the
drop?
simmer down?
Do I have to use that as a action, or can I just use that?
No, you can just use it. So
Right,
you can
I'm gonna
use
try
it.
to
Everyone's
get-
going to get to roll
Alright.
another D4 and lower their stress down.
I'm
Oh,
down
nice.
to 0, so I'm
Everyone.
cool as a cucumber here. This is gonna be an easy shot right here.
That was huge. Thank you.
This is gonna be an easy shot. Firearms agility. Here we go. I got no stress die to roll. This is gonna be easy.
You have no more
Uh,
simmer down, by the way.
I got 2 7s.
Nice. So
Oh,
2
bam.
success. So you managed to. So what's the damage on the weapon?
357. Eric, what was the 357 damage?
2.
2 damage.
2. So that's good because that gives you 3 with the extra success. Highly unfortunately, this thing has thick armor.
Yeah.
And again, as you turn around and fire, and your shot hits it right in the forehead, and ping, it just flies right off. But you do manage to run, and I will say you get clear into the other zone if you want. You can get all the way there if you want.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just gonna push past the 2 corporate rats. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna write you up for this, and I'm just gonna blast past them.
Aren't you a cop?
Write you up for
I'll
this.
write you up.
And now, my poor friend Crombie,
Mhm.
I will do this for you. I will do this for you. I will say that and enjoy live praise. I will give it a 30% chance to go after the others rather than do something to it.
Oh,
Okay.
that's not
okay.
good.
Okay. Unfortunately, no. So
Ah.
go ahead and give
Twice
me
this time.
a D6 roll again to be the architect of your own.
A D6, you got it. That is a 5.
A 5. Capture for the hive. The xenomorph attacks you with its venom spiked tail. I will roll the attack.
Bye bye.
And then if it succeeds, so you can make an agility and mobility roll if you want.
I'd love to.
Remember to add your dice roll, your stress dice.
Yes, thanks to that simmer down, I am down to 1 stress from 6 moments
You
ago.
have a shot because I rolled really terribly.
Okay, so this is a mobility agility. So agility's a D10, mobility's a D8. The D10 is a 1, and the mobility is a 7. And then the stress die is a 1.
Oh no!
All right, so
Oh no! Oh,
first things
no.
first, let's roll for your to see if you panic.
Sure.
D6 and add your so you get a point of stress. You don't get a
Yes.
point of stress right now. You make a panic roll, rolling 1 die and adding whatever current stress that you have.
That's 6 plus 1 for 7.
7, you get a nervous twitch. Your stress level goes up by 1, and the stress of all friendly PC in short range increased by 1. So if I look at the map, I made Dave go an extra range, so the other two are still in short range. So both Vickers and Palmer will take a point of stress. Dave, you're okay because you're kind of further down the line. And what else did you have? Did you have a success? I don't remember.
I had 1-7, which is that a success?
That's a success. Do you want to
Okay.
push?
That feels appropriate here. So I think I'm up to 3 stress now.
Yeah. So you gain a stress. You can roll everything except normally you don't re-roll the dice that came up a 1.
Okay.
But now you roll with your new stress dice also on top of that.
Perfect.
Perfect. Says.
That is an 8 on the die that was not a 1. And I've got another 1 on the stress die.
Oh my god.
All right, you got 2 successes. Now give me another panic roll.
You got it. So doing some
You're
math.
panicking already. You're actually panicking. If you're still affected by a panic when you make another panic roll, the effect of a new panic roll replaces the effect of the last one.
Okay,
Right, so-
that is 6 total.
All right.
for
If the
panic.
new roll is lower than prior, the new effect is 1 step higher on the table. So you're back to 7, which means that you take another point of stress, and both Creep and Eric Mona also take another point.
How dare you?
God damn,
Leave me
dude.
for
I
that. I'll
just
stress
got all
you
that
out.
shit taken off.
But your action still goes. Your
Final girl
dots that
gap.
goes through, and you have 2 successes, and it had 1. So you managed to just kind of roll out of the way as this thing comes in and hits. And what it would have done, it would have paralyzed you for a certain number of rounds to capture you for the hive.
I'm glad that I stressed out everyone else
That's
instead
right.
of getting paralyzed.
Cool.
And
Same
now we're
here,
back to
man.
one. So we're back to you at 1. What would you like to do?
Back to me now, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man, I am still on the ground in front of this thing. It just tried to stab me. Everyone is running. I am stressed. Can I run away without it? Like I don't know if this is like D&D with like opportunity attacks. Can I run
Yeah.
away without it attacking me?
Yeah, you can make a mobility roll to try and get away from it without it attacking you.
Let's
So
start
agility
with
plus
that.
mobility plus your stress.
Okay, agility, mobility, stress. Let's grab those stress dice. That is 5 stress dice, up from 1, literally 1 action ago. Agility, that's D10. Mobility, that's a D8. That is a 5 on the D10, a 1 on the D8, and let's roll the stress. 5, 5, 5, 4, 3.
All right. So good news is you don't panic. Bad news is you don't manage to get out away from it. Do you want to take a slow action? Do you want to attack it or do something like that? Or
Let's let's attack it.
all right. So fire up your gun. So your agility plus your firearms plus your stress.
Agility, firearm, and stress. And I think I've got the 20 gauge Gaff's original gun.
Yeah.
Okay. So, agility, firearms. Forgive me, jumping around the character sheet here. Okay, that is an 8 and a 2 for the agility and the mobility.
Nice.
And now for the stress. 3, 3, 5, 6, 1.
All right. Good news is you got an extra success. Bad news is give me a panic roll.
You got it.
If you panic me again, I'm
That
shooting
is a
your
6
ass.
plus 6 for 12. However,
Oh.
I have an ability called Overkill.
Nice.
Oh no.
This Overkill talent lets you replace the effect of a panic roll result of 11 or higher by the Overkill effect if you have any enemies in sight.
Oh, I
And
like this.
you're gonna tell me you don't know what the overkill effect is, right?
I do not know what the Overkill effect is.
Didn't I put it on your character sheet? I guess I did not.
Let's see here. You must immediately attack your enemies, and you won't stop until you or all enemies in sight are broken.
Oh, you just killed yourself, bro.
We're
So-
going
It
down
was
swinging.
inevitable.
Also, all other PCs in short range of you must make an immediate panic roll.
Oh, nice.
So, Crombie and Creep, not Crombie, sorry, Creep and Aaron Mona, please go ahead and make me a panic roll. which is roll a d6 and add your stress. Some 5. All right, you're good. Creep, your panic roll.
What do I got to do?
D6 plus your stress.
Okay. That's 5 for me too.
All right, so you're good. You don't panic and this is what I'm going to say. You try to get away from this thing and you realize that you can't. And you see nearby because this is kind of like a kitchen thing. And so you see that there's like, because when the evacuation order came on, people kind of went crazy and left. And you see this nice big steak knife that's on one of the tables, and you just grab that and you turn around and you just fucking Arnie Schwarzenegger over at this thing.
Now, if I may, this is my first action since Creep attacked my partner. Could I define her as an enemy in this situation? And make one attack at her.
I like what you're going for. I'm going to say no because she's out of range.
No worries.
It would clearly be the closest thing I would think. Like if she'd have been standing next to you, I would totally let you do it because you're kind of in this situation because of her. So if she was like within engaged range with you, I would totally have gone for it.
Absolutely fair. Absolutely fair. So we are going after this guy.
So you're going to do your hand-to-hand.
Oh, hell yeah.
With the knife. You're fighting.
Remember, you have your martial arts, right? So you have advantage in all hand-to-hand combat. When fighting unarmed. So you don't have to use the knife if you don't want to.
I think I'll bite the knife in my teeth and have just go to attack this thing. So D12 for strength, D8 for hand-to-hand, and I roll 2D8 with the advantage. If I'm thinking of that correctly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And don't forget your stress dice.
Oh, I will not. So I've got a 6 on the one of the D8. I've got a 7 on a D8 and an 8 on the D12. Is that a critical for the D6 or for the 6?
That's 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay, perfect. And then I've got 6 stress.
Jesus.
2, 6, 6, 1, 4, 6.
Oh.
2, 6, 6, 1, 4, 6. You have 3 more successes. You have 7. All right. Look, my man. Here's how it's gonna come down. You're gonna make me a panic roll. Okay.
You got it.
In fact, you're not gonna make me the panic roll because you're in your overkill. So I'm gonna say that it gets absorbed by it.
Sure.
You got a whole bunch of successes. You got like 7 successes or something there. All right. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to give you this opportunity to tell me how, with your bare hands, you're going to damage this thing. All right. Now, I'm going to give you a choice. You can make it a killing blow, but if you do, you're going also.
Okay.
If you don't make it a killing blow, I'll give you a chance to escape.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. I think this guy has seen a lot, right? Tate has grown up on the streets. He has clawed his way up, and he is got a partner who's trying to get away. If this thing lives, that's not a guarantee. His partner could bring justice to these corpo rats. So I think Tate is going to engage in true martial arts with this thing, trying to like block one of its swipes with one of his forearms and wait for its mouth to open, its smaller mouth to poke out, and he is going to grab it and rip it out of its head, the smaller mouth. And in so doing, probably just spray acid all over it.
Oh my God. I'm guessing that's going to be stressful to watch.
Yeah, so the rest of you watch this incredible display as this hulking beast of a man just gets up and seems to toy with this thing until it comes at it with its mouth open and this thing comes on. He pulls that, and as he does, this thing screeches in pain, and this huge gush of greenish ichor just washes all over him. And you can just see the smoke rise as like his entire face and his chest is melted. as he pulls this thing down with him. Everyone will take a level of stress, guaranteed,
Perfect.
Yeah.
for watching this action.
Yeah.
If I can offer any last words, Tate's
Yes,
last
absolutely.
words.
Absolutely.
Brains blazing. His brain just gets melted
Literally.
by acid.
As you bring this thing down with you and kill it with your bare freaking hands, and it falls down on your body, and the two of you are just this steaming pile of burning acidy gooiness there. All right. Awesome. And with that, thank you very much, Oberson.
Oh my god.
The rest of you will run off then. The next room that you get into is, as I was saying, you get into the area where the people are bunking. Oh, is that downstairs? No, that's here. Where are the bunks? Crew quarters. So you come through the room over here, and you're in the crew quarters. You know that on the other side of this is the gantry that leads to the command center, and then from there you can go into the shuttle. You know where her room is, Eric. So
Okay.
are you going to take the time to stop?
Yes, for sure I am. And
So
I'm
as you
gonna-
run into this
yeah.
room, he's going to stop at a room. What did the other two of you do?
I'm continuing on towards the shuttle.
You're running. What is Gaff doing?
I'm gonna quickly thank Live from the Apocalypse for the raid. Appreciate you
Oh,
guys.
thank you very much.
Hey.
And then he is going to keep running away in the direction of wherever he thinks salvation lies. He has no idea.
All right, Eric, you find the room of your friend. What do you
Excellent.
do there?
I am going to, once I get inside there, I'm going to look for two things. The first thing I am going to look for was her. Oh, it's on a different sheet. Hold on. It's I think it's her carnation or some kind of plant. She asked me to look inside. if
Yeah, and
anything
you
ever
see it.
happened to
There's
her.
a little plant and a little carnation in a vase that's just sitting on her shoulder.
While I'm at it, I'm looking to see if there's any bottles of those pills that she was always popping, if there's any of those sitting around as well.
Yeah, give me a d6.
Do I have to do anything because of my stress?
No,
level?
just roll your d6 in.
I got a 1.
No, you don't see.
Okay, then I'm just gonna try and like empty the carnation or break the. You know what? It's more cinematic. I grab the carnation vase and I just smash it on the desk.
And as the shards of it explode, you see a little data chip that rolls away.
Okay, what does that mean exactly? Is that like a disc?
Like a hard drive. It's like
disc
a
drive?
flash drive.
Okay. But is all the power on the Fritz in here still?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna.
There's power in the in the facility.
Okay. What
You
is
want to
my?
look-
What's
You
that?
want to try to take a look at what's in it?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna spend an extra round in here.
That's
to do
okay.
this, okay. You pull out your KIA, you slot it in. As you start going through it, it's a rundown of everything they've been doing in that laboratory, about how this company, Whaling Yutani, who owns your company, started this new project. It's meant to do military research. They brought these eggs that someone brought back from the outer colony. Dr. Bishop was in charge of it. They were trying to figure out how to harness the cells from these organisms, except that it's impossible to cut and go through them. So they've had a number of them. You'll find information that the people that are in the cells downstairs were people that were exposed to these creatures because they thought that they might be able to harvest better from them if they were just fresh out of the body after the facehugger got on them. So there's like all the deets on all that stuff in here. It's a treasure trove.
I'll put that in my gum pocket and get the fuck out of here.
And while that's happening, over on the gantry, where Creep and Gaff and Vickers are running. So you have to run across this gantry and you have to get the command center and go up into the shuttle. All right. You're gonna arrive both here, and we'll say you end your turn running here. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna draw the gun on her. I'll pull the trigger. I'll pull the trigger. You gotta get us the fuck out of here.
Sorry, just looking at anything that could help me in this moment. Yeah, I as well pull my gun on Gaff. You're wasting my time. You're wasting our time.
He'll just motion with the gun. Let's go.
I shoot my gun.
All right, here you go. Both of you make your initiative rolls.
Oh my god, damn.
Hardcore.
That's a 3 from me. Nice.
Oh, so here's what's going through your head, Dave.
A bullet.
You know it. She twitches just the right way. You know she's going to shoot. You also know that, as far as you know, she's the only one who can pilot the shuttle.
I still shoot her. I mean, it's just reflex at this point.
Go ahead. Agility
use
and
my
firearms
advantage.
plus your stress dice, and you can go agility, mobility plus your stress dice.
You've been through this situation in the training facility so many times.
Yeah, the training simulator.
I'm gonna go ahead. I think I have
Ability.
2 advantages left. I'm gonna use one of those for this. I don't want to die
Come
at
on.
the hand of this little pipsqueak.
Oh, it's not looking good. I have 1 success.
I also have 1 success. Stress dice.
Yeah, did you roll your stress dice, Dave?
That's what
Yeah, I
I'm
rolled a
doing.
5.
I rolled 2 6s.
Right, so that gives you extra successes then. So you actually, as you go to shoot, you realize he's going to shoot, and you manage to sort of dodge out of it. And because you got 3 successes, I'm going to let you decide which direction you want to go as you dodge, and then I'm going to let you distance.
Wait, what'd you say?
Huh?
You know, Eric
You just
is
turned into a
there.
robot.
Yeah.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
ahead. Say it
Okay,
one more
because you
time.
have 3 successes. I'm gonna let you dodge. One, I'm gonna let you decide which direction you want to go, and then I'll let you go a certain distance. You know Eric's coming up behind you, and he's
Right.
on the other side, and there's the shuttle over on that side. Which side do you want to dodge?
Question, we're standing in this doorway. Is there a way to close that door?
There would be, but it's not gonna close if he's standing in it. Like the
Oh, okay. I'm gonna dodge. I can't just go like straight back and start like.
you can go wherever you want. Just tell me which direction you want to go, and I will move you as far as I feel you should move.
Yeah, I want to start running down the walkway to the shuttle.
All right. So you'll get about here. So you kind of
Okay.
dodge and kind of roll and come up there. And Dave, your shot fires and hits the wall. Eric, you hear a shot being fired. Just as you're finishing kind of scanning through that, you hear a shot being fired.
Can I take an action?
Yeah.
I reach into my pocket and I pull out that pack of cigarettes that Samuel gave me at the beginning.
Yeah.
Grab one, light a match, and start smoking a cigarette. Just taking a moment from me.
Nice. So that will allow you to, I remember what does it.
It reduces my stress level by 1.
All right. So on your action creep, so that was on Dave's action. On your action, what do you do?
Since I'm ahead, I'm gonna I want to bolt into this door in front of me and try to close it behind me.
All right. So give me an agility and mobility roll
Yeah.
God.
with your stress dice.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna use my very last advantage for that as well.
Okay.
Sorry, David. You did a great job. You served me well. So it's a 6 and a 7. And then a 1.
On the dice. All right.
Yeah, my
So
stress dice.
give me a panic roll.
What was that again?
D6 plus your
D6
stress.
plus my stress.
Yeah.
I rolled another 1, so it's a 4.
All right.
Good.
4, you're fine. You keep it
The
together.
only time you want to roll a fucking
Mhm.
1.
That's right. So you managed to get there, and you hit the door open, and it opens, and you disappear inside. Dave, what do you do? You see her disappear inside the command center.
He's gonna run towards the door and try to gain entry into it. This is his only way that he knows of how to get out of this place.
I'm going to assume that she's going to have locked it. So go ahead and give me a comm tech roll. Give me your int plus your comm tech.
Okay.
And add your stress dice. Eric, what are you doing?
I'm going to start running to the shuttle.
Okay.
I have 1 success and I rolled a 2 on the stress.
All right, good. So you managed to unlock it. So inside, Creep, I'm going to show you where you are.
Yeah.
You can tell me what you want to do. So you are, Creep, inside here. The control, you have to go up those stairs, and that takes you to the shuttle. And you can go on either side. But before you can do that, you have to activate the launch controls here. You have to unlock the shuttle and all that. So you're going to have to spend a turn in here fucking around with the computer. That's over here. So do you want to do that? Think about what you want to do. Actually, you hear the doors behind you. You hear him kind of working on the doors, and you hear them unlock. Eric has run up. You see him hacking the door. So we're back at the first action. So it's you, Creep. So you're in here. What do you want to do? Do you want to fuck around with the computer? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to open. Get that going.
So give me an int and a comm tech roll.
I'm sure this is gonna go fucking great.
And your stress dice, of course.
Yep.
Stress dice.
Yep.
Outside, Dave, you hear someone running up behind you on the gantry, and the doors are opening in front of you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna turn around and look at Palmer and be like, she's trying to leave without us.
Yeah, what a surprise! Open the door!
And as he says that, you see crawling up behind him, having come up around
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
on the side, crawling up very kind of silently over the handrail, comes up behind Eric, and you see its tail shoot forward and hit him in the back and just rip right through his chest. And in that moment that you see this, the thing that surprises you the most is that instead of blood, what looks like milk is shooting at you. This white liquid just spurts out of his chest and bathes you all over.
Androids.
Eric,
Yes.
you get to add 2 levels to your strength and or agility, so 2 in one of each, and one in each of each, or 2 to them, as you are revealed to be an android. An android being a secret android being revealed causes stress to everyone around. So Dave, you get an extra point of stress, as this person that you thought was a human being is actually turns out to be an android. You have a wound, Eric, from being stabbed by this thing. It stabs you, and you lurch forward, and you look down, and you can see all this milky white stuff coming out of you, and there's wires and different things, and you don't really register the pain so much. It's kind of freaking you out. One of the things that happens is you lose your stress. All your stress is gone.
Oh, perfect.
Oh.
Androids don't get stress. And you just now very impassionately look at your electronic entrails just sort of hanging out the front, and all this milky white stuff pouring on your feet, and the first thought is, do I actually have daughters?
This is hilarious because one of the things on my character sheet is you have one special item or whatever. And I decided that the item that I carry around at all times is a folded up photograph of my 4 children, which is hilarious having just watched Blade Runner yesterday. All the replicants are obsessed with fake photographs of their family and stuff like that. So I didn't know this. So that just kind of worked out. Okay.
What would you like to do? It's your turn.
I want to try and toss this fucking alien off the goddamn gantry.
All right, turn around and give it the old hand-to-hand. So strength and hand-to-hand. It's not going to be easy.
That's fine. I don't expect it to be easy.
You don't have stress anymore, as I said.
Yeah.
Did you add your +2 dice? So
What?
your strength, are you adding it to your strength or your agility?
To my
add 2
strength.
levels. Okay.
I'm going to add it to my strength. Yeah.
So what are you at normally?
D10, B.
All right. So you're going to go to, there's nothing higher than a D12 in this.
Okay.
So I'm going to say that if you want to put in both that, I'll give you a D12 and a D6 on it.
Okay. I'll take that.
Okay.
So I'm going to just try and push it off the edge. Full on into the abyss.
All right. So go ahead and make your roll.
Okay. Oh, wow. Sweet. I got a 12 on the D12 and a 2 on the D6.
And your stress?
Nothing.
That's
I'm
right.
a
No stress.
robot.
So this thing lurches down towards you. It doesn't really care what you are. And you just kind of grab it and you realize as it's coming at you, the weight and the momentum of it. And you just kind of roll with it. And then as it's coming on top of you, you use your strength to push it. It hits the handrail and the handrail just goes. Like it cannot take at all the weight of this thing, plus the momentum, plus your strength. And with a metal rending sound, the handrail completely pops off and you just push this thing and you watch it helplessly fly off and fall all the way down to the bottom.
After that
You're
happens,
staring at this, Dave, you're like,
can I turn to Byron and just look at him, and then the little orange image that you always see in the eyes of replicants in the movies, you catch that just as I look back at you.
back to creep. What did you get on your roll, creep?
I got 1 success.
All right, that's good enough. So you activate it. You don't know what's going on behind you, but you activate, you unlock the thing, and you start the launch sequence. So with your action, you can move up.
Yeah. Get me the fuck out of here.
Dave, what do you do?
Turn and run inside the launch control and try to get inside the shuttle.
When you run in, you see the computers are going, the shuttle's warming up. Everything's set for it. Give me a mobility plus agility roll to see if you can move the extra distance. And Eric, what are you going to do? Run after him also?
Running as fast as I can to the
Same
shuttle.
thing. Give me a mobility and agility roll.
Okay.
I failed both and rolled a 6 on my
Do you want to push?
stress. Yeah, I'll push.
You get a point of stress, and you get to push.
That means I re-roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything that wasn't a one.
Re-roll my stress as well.
Eric?
I got a 3 and an 8, and I'm wondering if
Yeah, it's
even
good
if I can. Oh, is that good enough? Then
Yeah, it's good
I'm
enough.
I failed again.
All right, so you get overtaken. As you're running, Eric, you realize he's running, and he's starting to climb the stairs, and he's kind of winded, and he's just like, he looks like he's not going to make it as you're kind of.
Can I grab him as I'm going?
You can totally do that.
I do that.
Grab him, lift him up, and start running up with him. Upstairs
Mhm.
in the shuttle, you have arrived.
I've arrived.
The shuttle's not flying in space. It's just the only shuttle that I had. You are climbing up here and getting down towards the thing. Do you want to do anything? You're just heading for the cockpit and trying to start this thing up?
Yeah, I want to lock it behind me. I want to try to keep them out.
Okay, no problem. You lock the door, you head out, and you will run up towards where the thing is. Go ahead as you climb up, Eric and Dave. You come up to the last door, and it's locked. You can attempt to open it, Dave, if you want, with a contact roll.
Sure.
I'm like, open the door, and like little milk is coming out of my mouth, and I look down and I say, maimed. I am maimed.
I did roll a 10 on my D12. I don't know if this matters, but I have 2 6s on
Yeah,
my
so
stress
that's
die.
3 successes. So without much difficulty, you pop open the lock. You feel the shuttle as it starts to ignite, and it's sort of shaking. You are at the controls, Creep, at the front.
Mhm.
You
gonna-
will lock the door behind you again, I would assume.
I'm gonna ask Palmer if he can fly this thing.
I can, yes. I will. And then I say, Palmer and Gaff, together we survive.
That's right, buddy. Well,
You come up to the door. She has locked the door again. So here's the situation. The door is locked. You're going to attempt to open it. Do the contact roll. You see on your display that they're trying to open the door. What would you like to do, Creep? You're in that piloting seat there.
oh, woo! Sorry.
Can I take off? Like, are we good? Like, all systems go? Like, let's get the fuck out of here.
All systems are go.
So what kind of vibe is the shuttle? Like, are there doors that while I'm taking off I can fucking open those and just like blast and really ruin their day? Like, how can I play this?
How can you play this? Well, I'm going to say that it is you're not in space. So it's not going to be like an airlock kind of situation.
Right, no, but if I'm taking off, like there's going to be some sort of
Yeah, all right. So
star from there.
yeah, so this is what's going to happen. So you focus, so your action is to focus on making this thing start taking off. You guys open the door, and as it opens, the shuttle starts taking off, and what I'm going to say is go ahead, Creep, and give me.
It's also storming outside still too. We get
Yeah,
the full
absolutely.
atmosphere
Runner,
here,
so
right?
it's
Yeah.
raining.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
go
Just
ahead.
want to make sure we got that in there.
Go ahead and make me an agility and mobility roll.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bleak, you asked
Don't
me to
fuck
make a
me, dice.
Comtech roll earlier, just a couple of minutes
Yeah,
ago.
you made it.
Got 3
That's
successes.
That's a 10 and a 6.
All right, so a 10 and a 6. That's 3 successes. So both the other guys give me an agility and mobility. You rolled your stress with that, right, Creep?
Oh no, I didn't. Hold on. My bad.
And with you guys, agility, mobility, and stress if you have it.
I got an 11 and a 5.
That's a 1 extra 6 on there.
Okay.
I failed both agility and mobility, and I got a 1 on one of my stress dice.
All right. So roll a panic. So roll your d6 plus your stress.
4.
All right. So you don't panic. So the two of you, as this thing takes off, the two of you go rolling back and slam down around this area as the ship kind of goes all over and you're not strapped in. So you kind of go rolling down. The ship's taking off. All right. We're not going to make any more rolls. The ship's taking off. You're flying it. You guys have kind of fallen back. I'm going to ask you, what do you want your character to do? At this point, you're flying away from this thing. You're safe. What are you going to do?
As I'm flying, I'm gonna look down at the watch on my wrist, and I say to it, Wayland Yutani Executive Control, Agent X56. Password nevermore. Activate whitewash protocol, please.
And you see a little thing of whitewash protocol enacted. 10-minute countdown beginning. And the little countdown starts. What do you want to do, Dave and Eric?
I know what I want to do. I want to reach into my pocket and with an unsteady hand, reach out and offer Byron Goff a piece of gum. And I will say, it was me. I was the one who called the police to come here. My record, I used a piece of gum to block the vid phone, but my voice is on the call. If you help me erase that voice and let me go, I will help you kill Miss Vickers. And then I say, for Angie, for Agatha, for April, and for Ardath. And then a little picture falls out of my hand.
Dave.
I take the stick of gum, pop it in. As I step forward and press the cold steel of the 357 at the back of Eleanor's head and pull the trigger.
You're not.
She's locked in behind a door, sadly.
You're not behind her. You're just.
We're more fucked than you think.
Wait, where are we?
We're on the outside the cockpit.
The hall there. You've kind of fallen back as the ship took off, and you kind of took a tumble, and now you're standing up again.
I'll try to open the door then.
You're gonna go to the door. Okay, so This is what happens. So inside, you activate the self-destruction for the facility, Eleanor. You've closed the door again. You know that it's not going to stop them. They can get through that door anytime they want. You kind of sit back knowing that you've done your job. You've literally done everything you needed to do. You're probably going to get Corporate Employee of the Year. You look up to the side, and the storm is slightly abating, and you can see over the city a very rare sight, which is a little bit of sunlight that appears to kind of be peeking out. And just as it looks like that sun is going to crest the top of the city, it kind of rolls up behind the Wallace Corporation building and completely disappears and is obscured. The camera pulls back, going through the closed doors. It falls on Eric as he says, for the name of his children, and lets the picture drop. And then it pulls back further as Gaff puts the gum in his mouth, checks his gun, and turns, and they both look at the door, and the camera keeps pulling back as they start moving towards the door. And behind them, from the roof, this tail comes curling down from the ceiling. And we cut to black. And with that, we end this weird Blade Runner.
All right, but in an alternate ending, in the special.
Oh yeah, there's got to be 5 different edits.
Yeah, there's multiple endings, and in one of them, Gaff gets in and pulls the trigger on that corporate rat.
Oh yeah, that's what you see in your mind.
And then he makes her a little origami,
origami swan, and leaves it.
A little origami bitch. Or
Lovely
something.
reference there.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. Sorry, Crombie, that you had to sit out.
Oh boy, no, that was such an epic way to go out. Oh my god.
Be sorry for nothing. This was phenomenal. I appreciate the opportunity.
Well, thank you so much for being here. While Dave sorts out the second winner, I will go around and let these wonderful, amazing players tell us a little bit about ourselves. We'll finish with you, Dave, and you can tell us about the winner of the drawing at that point. So let's start with the man who died first, Mr. Crombie.
Yes, indeed. Hello. I have been Tate Oberson, now Tate Obituaryson. And this has been so fantastic. This group is phenomenal. Bleak, wonderful game. Everyone played such great characters, and hey, this has been a fantastic game for a fantastic cause. Again, I'm Crombie. I don't necessarily have any social medias to plug, but if it's okay, I will plug. Hey, I do pop up on Darling Creepshow's channel from time to time with her Ghosts of Saltmarsh campaign, playing a strength-based rogue. So check that out. And again, if you haven't already had a chance to, definitely encourage you to donate to No Kid Hungry.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Crombie. It's always a lot of fun playing with you, and it was another great character that you brought in. Your heroic, great death moment there at the end was one for the ages. Absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much. The man with the gum, Mr. Eric Mona. Passing on
Hi.
the gum. Hey, another great wacky character.
Thank you. I'm Eric Mona. It's an honor to get to play with this group. Second and third system, I guess now with this team, not including D&D that I played with Creep. But that's great. Every time it's super fun. Happy to come back anytime. You can check out my creepy old occult books on Instagram. / Eric Mona with a K. Big news, I'm going to be co-hosting with our good friend Jay over on the Lord Gasumba channel, the Greyhawk Damn It at Lord Peaks Haven, number 252 Greyhawk campaign development about the Savage Tide adventure path. I'm co-hosting because Anna's out that week. And our guest is my longtime friend and collaborator and Paizo creative director, James Jacobs. We're going to be talking about the Savage Tide adventure path, which was the final adventure path that we did for Dungeon Magazine right before we became Pathfinder. So it was the kind of the last hurrah for us on D&D, and that is going to be Sunday, June 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Lord Gasumba's channel right here on Twitch.
Excellent. Thank you so much for being back, playing with us. Your characters are always absolutely amazing. Always so much life and character to them.
It's a joy.
This one did not disappoint. Speaking of not disappointing, the woman who is incapable of disappointing, the Creep Show herself in the flesh. How you doing, darling?
That's a lot to live up to.
I know.
Is it safe to say I won? Is that if you win at TTRPG?
It's kind of a John Carpenter ending.
I'll take it.
So
I'll take it.
It's kind of a John Carpenter ending again. So it's quite unclear. They're still there.
Well, thanks again, guys, for having me on here. I am the #1 creep on Twitch, and you can find me over on my Twitch channel and all across the internet as Darling Creep Show, playing TTRPGs and painting D&D miniatures. And I'm really stoked that this is the second year in a row that I've got to come and do a one-shot for this charity, and this charity means a lot to me because I was a poor little kid growing up who was definitely on the school lunch program. So this is very cool. And I'm glad that now as an adult, I get to raise money for it and I get to give them money. So that's cool. So thank you, Dave, again, for now I have an imposter. Hello, Agent Cooper. He's just looking for his, nightly coffee and piece of cherry pie. But yeah, thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for being here, Creep. Before I kick it over to Dave, I am Bleakseason on all the socials, run games here over on Guild Spirit. Next time you'll see me, we'll be with Dave on Tuesday doing Greyhawk, a regular Greyhawk game, and then on Wednesday we have a special Mark Bjorg game being run by Dungeon Mr. Ty, which we'll both be playing in. And that's it for next week. I think Thursday we're off on my regular night, so that'll be it for us. Super happy to have GM this group again and raise money. We're almost near, again, so close to our final goal there. But we got some amazing donors tonight, and we have a way to thank these donors. So Dave, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then if you will, tell us how we are going to reward the wonderful donors.
I would love to do that. Thank you so much, Bleak, for running this game tonight, and all these awesome players for playing in it, and everybody in the chat for getting involved. We are at, thank you, Phantom, we're at $3,180 raised for No Kid Hungry through the efforts of this group, all of the players that have participated in the various games over the last 2 weeks, everybody who's played over on Phoenix Iwaki's channel, everybody who's played over on the Wanderers Haven channel, the channels have teamed up for this, so this is something that's important to us all, and we appreciate you all for being part of it. You guys all know me. I don't need to tell you who I am, but we do have a giveaway. We've got right now, it looks like 18 different chances to win, and we're going to go ahead and give this thing away. So let me generate a random number. That is going to be Degroon Denthar is the winner of the giveaway. I don't know if I got that right, Degroon, but welcome to the channel, and thank you for helping us out. We will be in touch with you offline to do that. And Bleak, is it true that there's breaking news?
There's breaking news. Apparently there was another egg, and that other egg hatched while we were busy playing.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
do believe we have a third prize pack to give
Okay.
away.
All
right
right,
now.
so here we go.
Ooh.
We're going to give away a third bundle. This is the Alien and the Blade Runner PDF rulebooks for
For all
this
of you
next
who
winner.
stuck with us to the end of this long stream.
This game is fun, man. You want one of these books. That's
Absolutely.
for sure.
Yeah. Here we go. And the winner is Damn Weirdo. Damn Weirdo.
Damn Weirdo, nice.
Welcome and congratulations. We'll be in touch with your loot. Thank you guys so much for the support for this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. 3 winners tonight. That's great. I love doing that too. Congratulations, Damn Weirdo and Groon, Denethor, for winning tonight. We will get you your prizes.
And we are going to raid into our friend Insomnia Night here. So thanks all. Let's give them some love as Creep gives the
I don't know if
Xenomorph
Creep has
some
love left to
serious
give after
love.
that.
That is
She's for
I was just
smooching.
most
Everybody knows
wonderful.
it.
No one bought the queen. There was an opportunity to buy a queen. No one bought a queen.
Oh my God. Yeah, well, thank you. Hey guys, thanks so much for being here. We love you
Thanks.
all. Let's go say hi to Insomnia Night. Have a great night. Thank you for being here. There's more over on Phoenix's channel. Bye.